By sports-minded sponsors throughout South Central Utah. And now, let's go live to the football field for simulcast coverage of high school football on Mid-Utah Radio and CentraCom Channel 10.
And welcome to Juab High School. Robert Lovell with you alongside Cam Wright this Friday night, as it is Juab's homecoming, hosting the Richfield Wildcats. This is the Snow College pregame show presented by Snow College, ranked 6th in the nation in graduation rates according to CNN Money Magazine. Start your education at Snow College. Visit snow.edu. And Cam, first opportunity to do a game with you.
I'm excited. Yeah,
it should be a fun one here, at least for Juab. We'll see how Richfield performs. I think it's going to be one where Richfield changed up some of their offense list last week, and as a result, they feel pretty more confident. They feel like they have more weapons as they have inserted a freshman in at quarterback in Emmett Hafen. He did throw 3 touchdowns, but you don't often see a freshman come in at quarterback, or any position for that matter, but especially quarterback in the 3A ranks.
Yeah, and for sure you don't, but I have seen him from 6th grade through now. We'll see him tonight as a freshman. We did see him when he played freshman against Juab's freshman team earlier in the week, and as you mentioned, he is a weapon. And coming up, his strength has always been his legs. Well, you're saying he can throw the ball pretty well as well, so that gives you a dual threat back there, and that can be that's just a big help when you have that at quarterback.
We'll take a look at the news and notes coming into tonight's game, and we'll also have our coaches' comments with both Coach Mike Bowering of Juab and Eric Thorson of Richfield. Let's start off with the Richfield Wildcats. These notes are brought to you by Mountain Land Supply. The Wildcats, according to Max Preps, they are ranked 10th in Class 3A, 10th out of 12 teams. They come in with a 1-3 record, and as I mentioned, they are coached by Eric Thorson. Their last game last week was a loss versus Union, 41-18. But you look at that score and you think, oh man, Union must have ran away with it. But it was, I believe, a 4-point game at halftime. Richfield gave Union everything they could handle for the first half before Union was able to pull away. And so we've seen flashes this year where Richfield has shown they can hang with some of the top dogs.
Yeah, and Union is one of the top dogs. You know, Union's a team that's been in the semifinals 2 years in a row. So that is a quality opponent, and when you can play them like that, and as you said, you put up 18 points, the defense maybe gave up a little more, but as you said, all second half, so put a complete game together, and it could be a different outcome.
And in that game last week, Emmett Hafen, that freshman quarterback, was 10 for 17 passing for 186 yards, 3 touchdowns and an interception. Jensen Magleby, 16 carries for 40 yards. Magleby also had 8 catches for 158 yards and all 3 touchdown receptions. And on the defensive side of the ball, Austin Biggs had 12 tackles to lead the Wildcats. And as we take a look at Juab, they come in with a 3-1 record, and they are ranked 2nd in our Mid-Utah Radio High School football rankings. These notes brought to you by Security Insurance. The Wasps are coached by Mike Bowering. Their last game last week was a loss versus Cedar, 21-20. I was surprised that they weren't able to get the win against Cedar. I thought they could beat them, but at the same time, I know Cedar's a quality opponent, and it was a very tough game for Juab. You got to see that game. How did that one play out?
Well, you know, that was a very good ball game. It really came down to 2 extra points, but Cedar was as physical a team as I have seen in a long time. And, you know, Juab at times has played some tough schedule. Has played Salem Hills the last couple of years. Cedar much more physical than Salem Hills, especially this year. And then Cedar probably more physical than even the Judge team that got after Juab in the state championship last year. So Cedar was big, strong, and very fast, and not only that, they just came out to hit you. And as I said, it was a good game. Juab had 2 miscues on extra points, 1 blocked, 1 drop snap, or that could have been a different ball game. But it was still a great ball game either way.
You look at that game, players for Juab. Riker Osborne was 11 for 24 passing for 109 yards. He did throw 2 INTs in that game. Peyton Bowering had 6 carries for 32 yards and a touchdown. Bowering also had 3 catches for 60 yards and a touchdown. Defensively, Ashton Seeley had 7 tackles and caused a fumble last week. The last time these two teams met was last year, and it was a 39-6 win for Juab. Returning players from that game for Richfield, Magleby was that key player last year, obviously, for the Wildcats, as he had 5 carries for 46 yards to lead the team, 4 catches for 41 yards and a touchdown, and 9 tackles on the defensive side of the ball. Clearly, that's who Juab's probably going to be focusing on today.
Yeah, I would think so. Now, they do with the insertion of the mobile quarterback, Emmett Hafen, they will have to spy him a little bit. But I think Maggleby's earned their respect, and they will watch him throughout most of the game.
In that game last year, returning players for Juab, Diego Carmona had 4 carries for 36 yards and a touchdown. Peyton Bowering, 5 receptions for 85 yards. And Ashton Seeley, 7 tackles and a sack. So far this year, no measuring stick games as they have played separate preseason schedules at this point. Stats on the year for Richfield. They come in averaging 13.3 points per game. They are giving up 37.3. Juab, on the other hand, is averaging 33.3 points per game and just giving up 18.8. The Wildcats are averaging 272.8 yards per game, 127.8 of that is passing, and 145 rushing. So really a pretty balanced offense for the Wildcats. And then for Juab, they are averaging 314.1 yards per game, 182.3 passing, and 131.8 rushing. And so both teams, for the most part, are pretty balanced offenses.
Yeah, and I think that's what you want. Juab does like to throw the ball more, but this offense has been more inclined to run the ball. With Nick Robbins leaving yesterday, who was just a great passing quarterback, to Riker Osborne, who's more of a mobile, throw-on-the-run type of quarterback. So Juab has started to run the ball a lot more, and we've seen more power out of Juab this year than we have in the past.
As we take a look at the leaders on the year for these two teams, we mentioned Emmett Hafen, now the starting quarterback for Richfield. Last week was his first game played on the varsity level. The leader at quarterback is Evan Jerome, 26 for 53 passing on the year for 274 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. And Jerome is one of the reasons why they feel like they're better offensively, because they moved him to running back, and that gives Emmett another weapon to use.
Yeah, and I think sometimes you do that, and you want to have kids like that that are quarterbacks, but now, hey, we got somebody that can probably step in and fill that quarterback spot, but you can become even a bigger weapon at a different spot. And sometimes that's hard for kids to do, especially to move from that quarterback spot. But if they accept it, it's usually for the betterment of the team and for the betterment of them personally.
Maggleby's the leading rusher, 56 carries for 250 yards and 3 touchdowns. Also the leading receiver, 19 catches for 329 yards and 4 touchdowns. Defensively, Mitch Harris leads the way with 26 tackles, 2 sacks, and 1 tackle for loss. For Juab, Riker Osborne, the leading quarterback, 44 for 80 passing for 674 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. Peyton Bowering leads the way in the rushing category, 25 carries for 137 yards and 4 touchdowns. Bowering also is the leading receiver, 9 catches for 214 yards and 3 touchdowns. And defensively, it's Ashton Seeley, 21 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, a sack, and a caused fumble so far on the season. And then as you take a look at Perry's Power Guide and the Max Preps rating, according to the rating, Juab has a 32.6 rating point edge in Perry's Power Guide and a 29.3 edge according to Max Preps. The current streak for the Wildcats, they've lost 2 in a row, and for the Wasps, they have lost their last 1. Those are the news and notes. We'll take a 3-minute break and come back with our coach's comments with Coach Mike Bowering of the Juab Wasps.
When I was thinking about going back to school, I got pretty nervous, just knowing I had a young family and money was tight for us. As a mother, online courses were perfect for my busy schedule. One of the things that was huge for me was how affordable this program was. Without the online courses, I know I wouldn't be able to finish school or transfer to a major university. I will always be grateful for Snow College in helping me reach my goals and helping me set the pathway for my future.
Dale Whitlock of Security Insurance continues to be the type of insurance agent that makes a difference to your family by offering United Insurance. Because United Insurance is based in Utah, they understand the risks, weather, and conditions that you experience. This is why they can offer superior coverage for your greatest investments. Give Dale a call at 435-623-2590 and ask about United Underwriters Insurance. If you've had a little bit of bad luck with prior insurance, or even if you don't have insurance now, give them a try. 435-623-2590.
AmeriGas Propane is America's #1 propane supplier. Why? Because AmeriGas Propane of Central Utah is the most reliable, safest, and responsive propane service. Your AmeriGas drivers go the extra mile to offer service you can rely on. AmeriGas Propane of Richfield features a local staff that serves you 24/7. Don't put a price on your family safety. Call today, 435-896-5071, 896-5071. It's never too late to save on propane. Lock in your price and ask about their monthly payment program. Go to AmeriGas.com.
All Around Dental Care, located next to Mount Nebo Market in Nephi, can help perfect your smile by keeping it healthy. All Around Dental Care offers free initial exams and x-rays, braces as low as $98 a month, free ortho consultations, and convenient appointment times. Doctors Justin Hilmo and Todd Lee accept all insurances and even offer an in-house discount plan. And right now they're offering a cleaning for just $45. Just mention the Wasp Sports Special when you stop in. All Around Dental Care, everything to do with smiles. Call 623-0866.
DP Curtis Trucking is a family-oriented business that works hard to get their drivers home on the weekend. DP Curtis is hiring reliable drivers with starting wage at 40 cents per mile, going to 42 cents after 90 days. Additional pay for tarps, drops, picks, and additional trailers. Employment options include insurance, 401k, paid vacation, and bonuses, and more. If you'd like to join the DP Curtis family, call for details, 435-893-2886. That's 893-2886, or click dpcurtis.com.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is proud to bring you this presentation. IPSC is a community-minded company that contributes to our local schools, community organizations, and economy. The Intermountain Power Project consistently ranks among the best of America's coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. Intermountain Power Service Corporation strives for perfection and is honored to be actively involved with Delta, Millard, and Juab High Schools.
And we welcome you back here to Juab High School. This is the Snow College pregame show, and once again presented by Snow College, number 6 in the nation in graduation rates according to CNN Money. Go to snow.edu for more information and to start your career at Snow College. As we take a look now at the coaches' comments here inside the pregame show, once again I was joined by Coach Mike Bowring of the Juab Wasps earlier tonight down on the football field as his team was getting warmed up and prepared for tonight's game. This interview brought to you by All Around Dental Care. Homecoming game. Some coaches kind of like the festivities around it. A lot of coaches don't like the distractions that come with homecoming. What are your thoughts, and how is your team prepared and able to avoid those distractions?
As a coach, I like the other weeks better, but it's good to have the kids involved in activities, and it's a lot of fun for them. But you always worry that they're tired from all the events, or they've got so many other things going on that they're not focused. But we better be focused tonight. So we plan to come ready to go and focused, and you just have to put the trust in the kids, even though they're teenagers, and hope that they're ready to go.
You look at your team right now, of course, you lost a great quarterback from last year. Riker Osborne stepping into that role now this year. How has he performed, and what do you expect out of him tonight?
He's played well for us. Different quarterback than Nick was last year, but, he's really managed the game well that we've had so far, the 4 games, and given us an opportunity to win every game. And so we're just expecting more of the same, and we'll get better every week. And so we're real happy with how he's played.
You look at your team, and some teams depend on 1 or 2 guys to really do the bulk of the work. And as you look at the way your team has scored throughout the course of this season so far, it's been multiple guys every night. Nobody scoring 4 touchdowns in one night. You have 4 scoring 1. How nice is that to know that you don't have to depend on that one guy?
Well, it's nice, and it's kind of been like that, with the offense that we run. We don't give any certain individual more than, 15 carries, or we don't count, but just the way that it works out, we try to disperse it, and we think that's an asset, to where they can't key on just one. So we got a lot of guys playing pretty well right now.
You look at your team coming off a 21-20 loss this last week to Cedar, and I talked to you earlier in the week, and you said that you just didn't play well at all. How has your team responded in practice this week?
We've had good practices this week, and give Cedar credit. That's a good team. But we didn't play. After watching film, we played a little worse than I thought. And so I think that the kids are a little more hungry, and they saw the same thing I did on Monday, at practice. And so we're excited to get back out here. That loss has kind of left a sour taste in our mouth, and we're ready to go tonight.
You look at this Richfield team, they've struggled out of the gate so far this year. Last week they turned to a freshman quarterback in Emmett Hafen. What do you expect to see out of him tonight?
Well, that's pretty uncommon for a freshman to start, and let alone at quarterback. But watching film, boy, he's good. He's a good athlete, and so we don't prepare any different, that just because he's a freshman. I mean, he's a good quarterback, throws a good ball, so our game plan hasn't changed just because he's a freshman.
And then, of course, they have a really good back in Jensen Magleby, and he's a good pass-catching back, somebody that can come out of the backfield and make some catches as well. How do you try to slow him down?
Well, that's the guy you got to stop. 90% of their offense goes through number 4, and he's a great athlete, but hopefully, 4 or 5 guys on him, I hope we can win that battle.
Coach, I appreciate you taking the time to join me. Before I let you go, I want to ask you, it is football. You're in week 5. Any injuries at this point for your team?
We do have some. Most of them are at the JV level, and a lot of those guys are on their way back. So we hope to get everybody back. A lot of them have played special teams and a backup role, but they're on their way back. So I think we're okay. Hopefully they can heal up.
For at least the games that I've called so far this year, this is the first one where I'm not sweating already. So it's starting to feel more like football weather.
It is. Feels great out here. So hopefully we can play well tonight.
All right. Thanks, Coach, and good luck.
Thanks for having me.
Once again, there's your coach's comments here inside the Snow College pregame show as we hear from Coach Mike Bowering of the Juab Wasps. And Cam, you heard him talk about the fact that, now they've got a key on Jensen Magleby. He is that guy they have to focus on to limit what Richfield does offensively. And then for them offensively, they've got numerous weapons they can go to. Peyton Bowering leads them in many categories as a running back and a receiver. But you look at his numbers compared to the leaders around the state, and he's not even close, but it's because there's 3 or 4 guys that are right there next to him.
Yeah, and Juab does do a good job spreading the ball around. Peyton Bowering probably is the most explosive player on the field for Juab, but there are plenty of guys that can carry the load. Nilsson's had a great job running out of the fullback spot this year. Diego Carmona always has good speed, and when he gets the corner, he's very dangerous. So, I think Coach talked a little bit about the injuries, and where they've hurt him a little bit is depth and giving guys a break, because it has been mostly at the JV level. But I know it's been hurt. Juab's been down to their 4th-string fullback in games. It looks like they're right back to full strength today, at least with the starters that'll be out there, and then we'll see what depth does.
All right, once again, this is the Snow College pregame show presented by Snow College. In the top 10% in the nation in student success, turn on your education and visit snow.edu. We'll hear from Richfield coach Eric Thorson next. You are listening to the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network simulcast on CentraCom Channel 10 and online.
At Zions Bank, they haven't forgotten who keeps them in business. It's you. While Zions Bank has offices in 10 western states, you are still number 1. From checking and savings to business and personal loans, Zions Bank now offers its customers online banking services. Zions Bank is a leader in providing electronic banking services. If you haven't seen what Zions Bank has to offer you, stop in today. Zions Bank in Richfield, 55 West, 100 North, behind the post office.
Mountain Land Supply of Richfield is the Central Utah leader in plumbing, waterworks, turf, and ag irrigation. Mountain Land Supply features a beautiful showroom with brands you know and trust, like Moen, Delta, American Standard, Toto, Aquatic, LK, Growy, and more. They've also got what every farmer needs as a Valley distributor for all your agricultural supplies, from pivots and sprinklers to wheel lines and water troughs. Visit Mountain Land Supply Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. at 2104 South Red Hills Drive in Richfield.
New Holland's T7 Series tractors from Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora deliver more power but lower your operating costs. Talk about a great combination. These 100 to 195 PTO horsepower tractors feature engines with EcoBlue SCR engine technology. They breathe better for more complete combustion and deliver cleaner power, increased torque, and enhanced fuel economy. Stop by Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora and learn more about the T7 Series tractors from New Holland.
Kevin Oakey at Nebo Levitt Insurance has been serving residents in Central Utah for over 30 years. Our agency is proud to represent some of the nation's leading insurance companies like Allstate, Allied, and auto owners. Nebo Levitt is pleased to also partner with Bear River Mutual Insurance Company, a Utah-based company. Call Kevin or Julie for a friendly insurance quote at 623-1830. Kevin Oakey and Nebo Levitt Insurance, located at 48 North Main Street in Nephi. Appreciate your business and is a proud sponsor of Juab High School Sports.
You know that Severe Valley Medical Center provides our communities with high-quality care through advanced technology with a hometown touch. What you may not know about are the wide variety of services that we provide, allowing you to stay close to home. Our on-site specialty services include orthopedics, ENT, general surgery, podiatry, and internal medicine, all available full-time, allowing you to utilize them when it's convenient for you, not just a few days each month. That's Intermountain Severe Valley Medical Center, healing for life.
Azomite Mineral Products in Nephi is using a unique deposit to create fertilizers and as a feed ingredient for customers all over the world. Their Feed Grit product, used as a feed ingredient for livestock, is gaining popularity because research has indicated its potential to improve overall animal health. Azomite can be found at your IFA Country Store, Steve Regan stores, or on their website at azomite.com. For more information, visit them on Facebook, Twitter, or the web. Azomite is excited to be part of the Nephi community and supports Juab High School athletics.
And welcome back to Juab High School here inside the Snow College pregame show. Once again presented by Snow College. Get a quality education that's affordable and fun at Snow College. Visit snow.edu. We've heard from Coach Mike Bowering of the Juab Wasps. Now let's hear from Coach Eric Thorson of the Richfield Wildcats. This pregame interview brought to you by AmeriGas of Richfield. I'm joined now by Coach Thorson of the Richfield Wildcats on the road tonight against the Juab Wasps. Coach, as you look at this Juab team, we have them ranked number 2nd in our Mid-Utah Radio High School football rankings in Class 3A. Obviously a very talented and skilled team here in Juab. What do you expect to see out of them tonight?
What I expect to see out of them is a continuation of their tradition, their pride. This isn't a team that's going to break down or run on emotions with the sway of the game. They're going to be pretty even kill, and we've got to match them step for step and move on to the next play every play.
You look at your team right now, you sit at 1-3 so far in the season. Coming off a loss last week to Union that you were right there with at halftime. They pulled away in the second half, but you look at your team coming off of that loss. How are they feeling after this week of practice?
Yeah, the kids are upbeat as ever. They're teenagers. They love to play football, and we're just trying to focus on the players in the program and develop each other, move on to the next game. We scheduled Union. We wanted a harder game than we got last week, and than we got last year, pardon me, and we got it, and so it helped us prepare better for what really counts, which is region.
You look at your offense right now, you turned to a freshman quarterback in Emmett Hafen last week and played pretty well. Had 3 touchdown passes in the game for your team. But with his role now at quarterback, how does that change the dynamics of your offense?
It actually gives us more weapons. Evan moved from quarterback not to the bench. Evan moved from quarterback to free safety and to running back. It lets us utilize him more. And Emmett is a sound decision maker. Emmett's someone that's accepted well by the team. He's mature beyond his years, and I'm just excited about his development, his progression, and where the team will go from here.
Your halfback Jensen Maggleby's had a great season so far for your team. He's clearly a lot of your offense runs through him and what he is able to do. What do you expect to see out of him, and how do you expect to see Juab try to slow him down?
Yeah, I think Juab's got a lot of attention on him. We want to put the ball in his hands, even with people, bracketing him on defense as far as the pass goes, or playing to make sure he shut him down on the run. He's been successful, and we'll still put the ball in his hand. What we're doing, though, like I said with Evan, is we're trying to give more weapons on the offense. We moved McKay Lewis to tight end, where we're spreading out now. That tight end is just like another slot receiver, and so we're just trying to get more weapons and try and get some tension away from him, and then he'll come back and bite.
You take a look at this Juab team, and they don't rely on any 1 or 2 players to get the job done, as they have a slew of players that have multiple touchdowns so far this season. How do you try to slow down their offense?
Yeah, like I said, a sound base, not get blitz happy, not overload anything, just be ready for every angle of attack.
It is football season. We're in week 5. How's the health of your team so far?
We've been pretty fortunate on the varsity level. We did in sub-varsity have one player with a season-ending injury, but other than that, we've done really good. You got some wood I can hit real fast, and I'll say, yeah, things have been very, very healthy.
All right, Coach. Thanks for joining me, and good luck tonight.
Appreciate it. Thank you for covering us.
Is there anything more beautiful than DQ soft serve? Smooth and creamy, the best kind of chili. Whether alone in a cone or making the sweet foundation for our famous Blizzard treats, the DQ soft serve is made to make your taste buds go, whoa, that's good. Check it out for yourself at the Dairy Queen in Elsinore next to the Sunny Shopper. Take the I-70 exit and bam, you're there. DQ, this is fan food, not fast food. Check it out for yourself at the Dairy Queen in Elsinore next to the Sunny Shopper.
Nephi Federal Credit Union in Nephi offers convenient service and a variety of financial services. They're your hometown credit union that's been serving local residents for over 63 years, longer than any other financial institution in Nephi. The staff invites you to check out their incredible rates on a variety of loans and savings accounts. Nephi Federal Credit Union, 155 North Main in Nephi. Call 623-1895. That's 623-1895. Nephi Federal Credit Union, proud supporter of the Wasps this season.
For integrity, honesty, and technical expertise, think of Jones and DeMille Engineering. With offices in Richfield, Roosevelt, Price, and Manti, they're committed to servicing their clients with civil and structural engineering, construction management, surveys and GIS mapping, and material testing. They use state-of-the-art equipment to help you meet your budgets and deadlines. Visit jonesanddemille.com or find them on Facebook. Since 1982, Jones and DeMille Engineering, your infrastructure professionals.
High-speed Wi-Fi. Not quite as important as running water in your home, but close. CentraCom powers your Wi-Fi network with consistent speeds to keep all your gadgets going strong. Streaming video players, laptops, tablets, even smartphones, so you're never stuck with those big cell data charges. And talk about value. Just pick your speed and keep the Wi-Fi flowing in your home at a great low price. Upgrade your internet today. Call or visit CentraCom.com to learn more.
Riverstone Contractors is your plumbing source for Sevier County. Riverstone can fix leaking pipes, replace water heaters, fix and replace faucets, disposals, water softeners, and toilets, along with tubs, showers, and grab bars for your bathroom. Riverstone does plumbing for new construction and remodels. They also take care of your heating and air conditioning needs with central air, swamp coolers, gas furnaces, and sheet metal ducts. For the best plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service, call Riverstone Contractors at 435-896-6264. That's 896-6264.
Have you heard? Central Valley Medical Center is now providing orthopedic surgery. That's right, Dr. Joel Holman is a full-time orthopedic surgeon practicing in Nephi. You no longer need to drive to the Wasatch Front for hip replacement, knee replacement, fracture care, hand surgery, and general orthopedic care. Dr. Holman completed a residency in general orthopedics and a fellowship in hand surgery at the U of U and sees patients in the Nephi Medical Clinic inside Central Valley Medical Center. Call 435-623-3633, 623-3633.
And welcome back to the Snow College pregame show here at Juab High School as the Wasps will be hosting the Richfield Wildcats tonight. It is homecoming for Juab. And one of the nice things about Juab is that they got all the homecoming festivities out of the way, so you don't have to worry about it at halftime.
Yeah, well, I think they still have a long halftime, so there will probably be something going on
they don't have to bring the football players that are in the royalty back out at least.
Yeah.
But coming up throughout the game, we're going to be looking for Juab for our Mount Nebo Market Player of the Game. And who are some of those players that might stand out and be in the running throughout this game?
Well, as you mentioned, Juab can go anywhere and anybody can get hot on any given night. But I think you have to look at Peyton Bowering, of course, who will be obviously in the hunt. Riker Osborne just still looking. Has played extremely well this year, probably looking for that one breakout game where he just really throws the ball and runs the ball a long ways, but he's played extremely well all year. Of course, I think Nolan Nilsson, who's the outside wide receiver, could have a big night, and along with Stephen Orman and Diego Carmona, all of them. And then if you look at the defensive side, I think you look at Seeley, and he could probably be the defensive player on any given night. So.
And as you look at Richfield, we actually have 3 awards to give out for Richfield as Jorgensen Lanes Player of the Game and the Herbst Blaze Player of the Game from Jorgensen Lanes. And then also the Dairy Queen Special Teams Player of the Game in Elsinore and the Salina Carls Jr. Defensive Player of the Game. And obviously some of those players for Richfield that we'll be watching for, we've already talked about them. Jensen Magleby, Emmett Hafen at quarterback. We'll look at him. Jerome Evan will be looking at him as well, moving into that running back position. And defensively, Ashton Biggs had a great game this last week. We'll look to see how he performs now. Mitch Harris in there as well. It will be Juab kicking off to Richfield. Juab will be going left to right across your dial, and Richfield will be coming right to left. Again, you are listening to Juab versus Richfield on the Eagle 94.5 across the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and simulcast on CentraCom Channel 10. And kicking off for the Wasps will be Nolan Nilsson. Back to receive is Magleby for Richfield. We are set. The kick is up, and it's going to be a pooch kick to the middle of the field and goes through one Richfield player, picked up by another up back. He's going to be hit, breaks one tackle, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 35-yard line. Looks like they're going to mark it right at the 35-yard line. On the return there for Richfield was Matthew Griffin. But the pooch kick ends up giving Richfield pretty good field position.
Yeah, I think Dylan Owens comes down there and makes that tackle early, but kicking off has been one of Juab's problems this year. Just haven't been able to get a lot of depth. Had the wind at their back that time. Still unable to get a lot of depth on that kick.
And Richfield will come out with 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Hafen in the shotgun formation. One back to his right, going to take the snap, drop the pass, step up in the pocket, throw deep down the right side, and it's going to be intercepted by Juab, and there to pick it off for the Wasps. I believe that was Tyus Osler.
Yep, Tyus Osler from that safety position. Just ball got up there, got caught up a little bit in the wind as he was throwing against the wind that time. Was Hafen got kind of hung up there, and Osler able to run underneath it and make that catch.
So it gives the ball now to Juab. So with 11:43 to go in the first quarter, Juab will take over on their own 30-yard line. So quick turnover by Richfield gives the ball to Juab. Wasp will come out of the huddle. Going to have Osborne under the center, takes the snap, hands it off, play action pass, going to roll out to his right and throw down the field, has a man open, overthrew him, gets it up to Osler. Osler going to break 1 tackle, 2 tackles, lost the ball, and he's going to be brought down as he corrals it back inside the 40-yard line into Richfield territory, and that's going to be a gain of, it looks like, 31 yards to the 39-yard line, so a big gain. It looked like Diego Carmona was going to go for that catch first, and then it ended up going right to Osler.
Yeah, and Osler was the deep one. I think he was the original receiver. Richfield did a good job of slowing it down initially. Had to go to the second look.
And they're going to hand it off to the right side, and carrying that one forward and breaking tackles down the field. That was Sean Nilsson, and he's going to pick up a first down inside the 25-yard line before going out of bounds. They're going to spot it at right at the 20. That'll be a gain of 19 yards on the carry for Sean Nilsson.
And Sean, the power back, he did suffer an injury, a leg injury or a lower body injury in about the second game of the year, and I think this is his first game back at full strength.
Wasps come out of the huddle. Once again, Osborne will be under center. Going to have Nilsson in the backfield, slot receivers to each side, receivers wide to each side. Going to pitch it out to the outside. That's to Orm. Orm trying to get to the edge. He'll be brought down by the Wildcats defense. There to make the play for Richfield, Mason Holdaway along with Trenton Utley. It's going to be a gain of about 4 yards on the carry down to the 16-yard line.
And, you know, Juab really wants to get that corner, establish the corner, and as I think does Richfield. I think keys for both defenses are to control those edges and try to keep everything contained inside.
So 2nd down and 6 now for Juab. Osborne in the shotgun formation. 1 receiver wide to each side. Takes a snap, looks to pass to his left, pump fakes. Now looking to the corner of the end zone. Has a man wide open, and that's going to be caught for a touchdown. Juab strikes first as Stephen Orm hauls that one in for the 6.
Yeah, and I think the initial look was to Nolan Nilsson on the outside on a double move. And Richfield took that away, but Stephen Orm came out underneath for that 19-yard touchdown pass, or 16-yard touchdown pass. Excuse me, and he was open just across the middle of the field.
Yeah, wide open was Orm, and Osborne able to hit him in stride easily. Now Juab will come on to try to kick the extra point. Extra point cost them last week. And that kick is up and good, so Juab does strike first with the kick there. That was Walker Ludlow with the extra point. 10:39 to go in the first quarter. It's 7-0. Juab with the lead over Richfield. We'll be back after this 60-second break.
New car, used car, Delta, Nephi. There's just one name you need to remember, Drew Bay. That's Drew Bay Chevrolet in Delta and Drew Bay Used Cars in Nephi. You'll feel good at the end of the day when you do business with Drew Bay. Drew Bay stands for world-class service with a hometown feeling. That's Drew Bay Chevrolet in Delta and Drew Bay Used Cars in Nephi. Make it a day to remember. Start your day at drewbaychevrolet.com.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking in Salina has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking's Big Blue trucks are recognizable throughout the Intermountain West, hauling products that keep this country running. Barney Trucking is honored to be a part of Central Utah and supports our local schools and community. When you're out on the roads, remember to drive safely. Barney Trucking of Salina, proud to support the high school teams this season.
Kickoff is up from Juab. That is going to be fielded by Jerome at about the 15-yard line. He's going to carry it up the middle, breaks one tackle, then he's going to be shoestring tackled at about the 30-yard line. Another pretty good field position, though, for the Wildcats after a 15-yard kickoff return by Evan Jerome.
Yeah, Richfield's going to appreciate this this good starting position if they continue to get this all night, especially with the kickoffs coming with the wind helping. And that will reverse here in the second quarter, but now they've got to get something going. See if they rattled the freshman quarterback a little bit with that first pick.
And that freshman quarterback, Emmett Hafen, goes under center. Takes a snap, going to fake the handoff. Now go to Magleby. Ball comes loose on the handoff, and Magleby able to jump on it. Hafen got hit immediately.
Yeah, that time Juab came with the blitz, and I think they do want to rattle Hafen a little bit as they sent Seeley right up the middle on a full-on blitz right there. Hafen saw that coming. There was a little confusion in the backfield. The ball hit the ground. Richfield alertly fell on that, but nonetheless a loss of yards.
Loss of 5 on the play, so that'll make it now 2nd down and 15 for Richfield.
2nd and 15.
The Wildcat offense looking to the sideline to see what play they're going to run. Hafen will go under center. One back in the backfield, that's Jerome. Going to take the snap, look to hand it off. Nobody was there. Goes on the inside handoff and breaking a couple of tackles before being brought down there for the Wildcats was McKay Lewis as he picks up about 2 yards on the carry.
Yeah, and looked like he had a seam right there, and Stephen Orm able to jump into that little seam right there and upend him. Good play there defensively by Stephen Orm.
So we'll call it a gain of 2 yards on the carry. Once again, that was McKay Lewis with the carry. So 3rd down and 13. 3rd and long now for the Wildcats. We'll see if they go back to a passing formation here. Hafen under center, takes a snap, looks to pass to the left. Quick pass to the out flats to Magleby. He hauls it in, but he's going to be hit for a loss of 1, I believe. He might have got back to the line of scrimmage. Let's see where they spot it. It bounced off his hands for a moment, but he was able to reel it in. Looks like they're going to go no gain on the play.
Brings up 4th and long. So the Juab defense successful two series in a row if they do successfully force this punt.
So 4th and 13 now for the Wildcats. 8:50 to go in the first quarter. They trail 7-0 to Juab. Back to receive the kick for the Wasps is Stephen Orm. Wildcats set. There's the snap. Good snap. Pretty decent punt, high punt from Richfield. That's going to bounce at about the Richfield 45 and roll to the 49-yard line. So great field position for Juab. They will take over on the Richfield 49-yard line.
And good defensive stop there by Juab. Richfield punting against the wind. Hit a good punt right there. It got caught up. Didn't get much of a bounce there into the wind. So Juab now with good field position.
8:31 to go now in the first quarter. Juab with the 7-0 lead. It was a couple of pretty big plays in the first drive for Juab that led them to that 16-yard touchdown pass. They're going to break the huddle. Osborne will come up under center with one back in the backfield. That is Dylan Owens. Osborne takes a snap and looks to throw down the field. That's going to be dropped as he had Bowering open, and Bowering unable to haul that one in. Pretty hot on the throw, but hit Bowering in the hands.
Yeah, one of Juab's favorite pass routes right there is they just sneak Peyton and Bowering right down the middle of that defense, but that one's going to fall incomplete. But nonetheless, I think the coaches will notice that was there, and as you mentioned, Riker just put a lot of heat on that one, and it was tough to bring in. That sun's still kind of at a spot where that may have got Peyton right there.
So 2nd down and 10 now for Juab. Osborne again will come under center. One back in the backfield. That's Owens once again. Looks to throw quickly. Throws to the flats on the right side. Has Osler. He's going to pitch it to the back Carmona. Carmona gets around the edge, gets hit, and 3 Wildcats will eventually bring him down, but not until he got inside the 25-yard line. And looks like they're going to spot it right at the 25, so it'll be a gain of 24 yards on the play. As they go with the trick play, the pass to Osler, the quick pitch to Carmona, and it results in a 24-yard gain for Juab.
Yeah, and just a little hook and ladder right there. Action has got it out there quickly, and then Carmona with his speed down the sideline.
Going to go 2 receivers stacked up on each side. Osborne under center, Owens again in the backfield. Osborne takes a snap, hands off to Owens, and he's got nowhere to go as he gets wrapped up in a hurry there for Richfield. That was Liam Douglas, who grabbed a hold of Dylan Owens and brought him down. No gain on the carry.
Yeah, that time no gain. First negative, or not a negative, but a neutral yardage gain for the Wasp as Owens just unable to get it going right there.
And as you look at the yardage stick, he might have lost a few inches on that one. We'll just call it no gain. 7:35 to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 Juab, and they are driving again, marching on, knocking on the door of the red zone. Osborne under center, sends a man in motion right to left, pitches it out to Bowering. Bowering trying to get around the edge, and he's able to get through. Gets one good block, and he's going to get the first down as a result as he dives inside the 15-yard line.
Yeah, great execution, great blocking by Nolan Nilsson out on the wide receiver spot on that far end, and allowed Peyton Bowering to get out there and get going.
An 11-yard gain down to the 14-yard line, so 1st and 10 from the 14 for Juab. 7:15 to go in the first quarter. They lead at 7-0. Going to go 2 receivers to the right. Osborne under center, sends a man in motion. Takes the snap, hands it off to Owens. Owens again to the right side. This time picks up some yards before being brought down. With the tackle there for Richfield, that was Austin Biggs. But not until he gained about 4 yards down to the 10-yard line.
Yeah, good pickup there by Owens. Able to get his feet under him that time and get some positive yards.
2nd down and 6 now for Juab. 6:45 to go in the first quarter. Osborne, the quarterback, runs the play in for the Wasps. They already lead at 7-0 and well on their way to trying to put that second touchdown on the board. Osborne under center. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He's going to hand it off to the outside. Carmona breaks 1 tackle and gets upended before he can break another. Jensen Magleby with the tackle there for Richfield. Looks to be a gain of about 4, maybe 5 on the carry.
Good tackle there by Magleby as he came up from that deep position. Carmona had cut that inside and was looking to bounce it back outside, and he was able to upend him right there and keep that gain to a minimum.
We'll call it a gain of 4 for Carmona. That'll make it 3rd down and a long 2.5 yards or so for Juab. Under 6 to play here in the first quarter. Wide to the right is Osler. Wide to the left is Nilsson. 1 back in the backfield, that's Owens. Osborne takes a snap, fakes the pitch, rolls to his right, has heavy pursuit, gets hit, and he's going to be dropped with the sack for the Wildcats. That was big number 58, Wyatt Peterson.
Yeah, and that time they brought pressure, and Riker very quick getting out of there. He was able to run him down from behind and bring him down, so that's a great play by that Richfield defense.
That's going to be a loss of about 4 yards back to the 10-yard line. Looks like they spotted on the 11-yard line, so a loss of 5 on the play. That'll make it 4th down and 7 now for Juab. And they're going to go for it here. Have 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Osborne shotgun, takes a snap, rolls to his right, looking to the end zone. Now steps up in the pocket, gets hit, and he's going to be dropped, and it's going to be a turnover on downs. The Richfield defense stands up after Juab gets in the red zone.
Yeah, good job there by the Richfield defense. Juab moving at will from the 49 down to inside the 20-yard line, and then the Richfield defense gets stiffens right there and gets the stop.
I believe that was once again Austin Biggs there in on the tackle for the Wildcats. 1st and 10 now for Richfield with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. They'll get the ball on their own 10-yard line. So after getting to the 35 and 30, 90 yards is a lot different story.
Yeah, it is, and they've been used to that good field position. We'll see if Juab continues to bring that pressure up the middle.
Haven takes a snap, direct handoff right up the gut to Evan Jerome, and Jerome going to pick up about 5 or 6 yards on the carry. Mark it off of the 16, so a gain of 6 for Evan Jerome.
Good hole right there by that front 5 of the Richfield Wildcats, as that hole was wide open right there. Juab did not blitz that time, and Richfield really was able to get after it and open up a hole.
2nd down and 4 now for the Wildcats. Hafen takes a snap, and on the handoff, he's going to get hit. Ball comes loose, and I believe Juab comes up with it, and they're going to carry it into the end zone. Touchdown Wasps. And that was Ashton Seeley.
Yeah, that time Juab once again brings a blitz. It's not Seeley on the blitz this time, and I didn't catch the number of the blitzing linebacker that time for Juab, but he gets back there just as Hafen wants to make the handoff, pokes it out, and there is Seeley in the right place at the right time and picks it up and goes in.
So that makes it now 13-0. Juab with the lead over Richfield. 4:26 to go here in the first quarter. And now on to kick the extra point once again for the Wasps is Walker Ludlow. The snap is good, hold is down, kick is up, and that is good. So with 4:26 to go in the first quarter, it's Juab 14 and Richfield 0. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, simulcast on CentraCom Channel 10.
Every night's like family night at Jorgensen Bowling Center in Herb's Place. When you want the best burger in town, you'll find it at Herb's Place. Got a birthday or special event? You'll find the facilities at Jorgensen Bowling Center and Herb's Place. If you want arcade games, you'll find them at Jorgensen Bowling Center. If you want a light show and cosmic bowling, hey, you'll find it at Jorgensen Bowling Center. Your family deserves the best. Your family or event is special to Jorgensen Bowling Center and Herb's Place, 980 South Coveview Road, Richfield.
The folks at the Mount Nebo Market in Nephi strive hard to make your shopping experience pleasant and productive. With the new in-store pharmacy, you now have the option of dropping off your prescriptions and shopping their full-service store. There's their famous meat department featuring USDA choice beef. The deli has the best fried chicken around, and the fresh bakery cannot be beat. The produce department has a super variety of fresh fruits and vegetables. This all can be found at the Mount Nebo Market in Nephi, your hometown grocer.
Welcome back to Juab High School. Jensen Magleby with the kick return. He's going to get out to about the 24-yard line for the Wildcats. So it's 14-0 Juab, and Richfield will take over on their own 24 with 4:21 to go in the first quarter. And big plays so far.
Yeah, a little disheartening for the Wildcats there. They make a great defensive stand, hold Juab to turn it over on downs on 4 and out inside the 20-yard line. And then second play of that drive, they cough it up, and Juab takes it in for a touchdown. 2 turnovers here early for the Wildcats.
Hafen shotgun formation. Jerome to his right, drops the pass, throws to the right, and overthrows the intended target. That was Jackson Thalman. And he had him open on that just that quick out route, but over the top.
Yeah, and the pressure is coming. And, and you can always say, it's hard on anybody to play quarterback at this level, and especially when you get freshmen in there and Juab doing some different things. And he saw some varsity action last week, but, now teams know who he is, and they're going to bring some stuff at him, and he's going to see some different things.
Wasps showing blitz again. Hafen takes a snap, able to get the pitch out to Magleby. He breaks one tackle, cuts inside, and gets upended as he gets it brought down at about the 29-yard line. Going to be a gain of 5 yards on the option play to Jensen Magleby. There is a flag on the far side. Likely means that Juab came off sides.
Yeah, well, and it came late, though. It came on the tackle. We'll have to see. And Stephen Orm comes off kind of like a stinger in one arm or something as it kind of just hangs lifeless at his side.
Have to keep our eye on that one. It is going to be a block in the back on Richfield, so that'll march to the Wildcats back after they pick up 5 yards. And said it's going to cost them 5 yards as they march it back from the spot of the foul back to the 19. So second down and 15 now for Richfield.
Yeah, and the Wildcats kind of their own worst enemy right now with the turnovers and now a penalty after a nice gain.
4:09 to go in the first quarter. They trail 14-0 to Juab. Once we get some score updates from across the other games across Central Utah, we'll make sure to pass those along to you. Some big games tonight in classes 1A, 2A, and 3A. Hafen drops the pass, looks to his left, steps up in the pocket, throws across the middle, and just over the outstretched hand of Jaron Hatch, the intended receiver. And you look at the freshman Hafen there, and he looked comfortable in the pocket.
Yeah, he did. He did a good job stepping up and kind of created his own passing lane that time and just threw a little bit high, and that could be just nerves right now. The last couple of passes have just been nerves. Matter of fact, the one intercepted earlier was just long. So I think as he settles into this game, things will get better.
3rd and 15 now for the Wildcats. Hafen shotgun formation. Takes a snap. Looks to his left. Has a man open in Magleby. Magleby breaks one tackle. Steps to the left. Able to get by another tackle. Gets a block down the sideline. He's to the 50. The 45, 40. It's a foot race. Down to the 30 and hit from behind. He'll be brought down. It was Nolan Nilsson who ran him down, but not until Jensen Magleby got all the way inside the 20-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you, Nolan Nilsson, touchdown saving tackle there. Magleby put on some moves as he caught that catch, and then a couple of quick moves, and he got down the sideline. If Nolan Nilsson didn't catch him, nobody was going to. Nolan had to bring him down from behind.
They're going to mark it at, it looks like the 18-yard line. That'll be a 63-yard gain on the pass. And as you mentioned, Magleby with the moves there to get by Juab. Quick look at the Delta North Sanpete game. Delta looking tough. They lead 8-0 in the first against North Sanpete. And it's going to be a handoff right up the gut to Jerome. Jerome going to get brought down as he gets down to the 15-yard line. Going to be a gain of about 3 on the carry.
A little life now by the Wildcats as they've got something going. They try to see if they can get into the rhythm. They want to go a little bit quicker than they have been up to this point. Now, they're not really a hurry-up. They don't huddle, but not so much a hurry-up as the play comes in from the sideline. But they would like to be in a little bit better rhythm.
2nd down and 7 now for Richfield. Hafen under center. Takes a snap, drops the snap, able to pick it up and hand it off to Jerome anyways. Jerome, though, going to get the line of scrimmage and be driven back by a slew of Wasps. No gain on the carry for Evan Jerome.
Yeah, and that time just a lot of linebackers, and it kind of the timing got thrown off a little bit as the ball hit the turf. Hafen very quick to pick that up and still make the play go for a little bit of a gain, but the Juab linebackers had recovered, were in the hole, and knocked him back.
3rd down and 7 now for Richfield at the Juab 15-yard line. Hafen will go under center. 3 receivers to the right, 1 back in the backfield, 1 receiver to the left. Hafen takes a snap, blitz coming, and he's hit before he can even pull away from the center as he gets dropped. And in there on the tackle, I believe that was Carson Johnson.
Yeah, number 29, Carson Johnson. And I'll tell you, that was just a quick handoff, and Carson timed that perfect right there as he jumped the snap count and was able to make that tackle in the backfield.
Going to be a loss of 2 on the play. Make it 4th down and 9 now for the Wildcats. Hafen goes back to the shotgun formation. Jerome to his right, and with the hard count, he's able to get a Wasp to jump this time, so that'll give Richfield 5 more yards, make it a much more manageable 4th down.
Yeah, and they needed to change up that snap count as linebackers were blitzing and timing it perfect right there. That time he goes on the hard count. He didn't get a linebacker, but he got a DN to jump that time, as the Wasps just had their heads down and wanted to come, so good change of count right there.
1:40 to go in the first quarter, 14-0. Juab with the lead over Richfield, but Richfield trying to get in the end zone down to the 10-yard line. Hafen shotgun formation, drops the pass, and the flags will fly. This time it's Richfield that went early, so that'll march the Wildcats back those 5 yards.
Yeah, once again, Carson Johnson showing that blitz and was in the hole very quickly. And this is going to be marked off against Juab, so I think the linebackers this time got in there a little bit too early, and that's going to give Richfield a 1st down.
Well, that surprised me. It looked to me like Richfield jumped.
Yeah, a couple of things there, but Juab may have drawn them out there right there as Carson Johnson was trying to time that snap count again.
So it's 1st and goal now for the Wildcats at about the 7-yard line is where the ball is spotted. Hafen will be in the shotgun formation. Jerome to his left, Mag will be to his right. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. A low snap on the ground. He picks it up, tries to just run with it, and he's going to be hit and dropped. 3 Wasps back there, and that one was led by Sean Nilsson.
And you know, Hafen is lightning quick back there, and there's just such a jump coming up from the freshman level or a JV level up into this varsity level, and everybody's pretty fast now, so he did a good job just to get on that ball and cover it up.
Marching back to the 14, so a loss of 7. Make a 2nd down and goal from the 14-yard line. Hafen shotgun formation, Jerome to his right, 2 receivers to each side. He'll take the snap, look to pass to the right, has a man, and he turned his head, and before he was able to reel it in, a flag comes in from the referee from behind. The intended target on that was McKay Lewis, and he had it, but just turned to run before he could reel it in.
Yeah, and Juab's going to get called for roughing the quarterback there as they got to Hafen late. Just a little over-aggressive. It wasn't a helmet-to-helmet call, just got to the quarterback late. So that's going to result
in a 1st down and half the distance.
Yeah, that's going to be the automatic 1st down right there. So inside the 10 as the Richfield drive will continue.
Yes, it will. So once again, 1st and goal from the 7-yard line where they were just a few moments ago. So now it's we talked about Richfield kind of hurting themselves. That's Juab doing the damage to themselves right now.
Yeah, a couple of penalties. The 3rd penalty on this drive alone has kept this drive alive.
Hafen shotgun formation. Jerome to his right. 2 receivers to each side. He'll take the snap, hand off to Jerome, and he's hitting the backfield and dropped. It does fall forward, but it's still going to be a loss of about 2, maybe 3 yards on the carry. And there on the tackle, I believe, was that Jackson Allred?
Jackson Allred just filled that gap and slid right in there and met him. As once again, Juab just continues to send the blitzers.
Hafen again, shotgun formation, 2 receivers to each side. Hard count this time from Hafen. 2nd and goal from just inside the 10-yard line.
And I don't think they're going to get the play off before the quarter.
No, they're not. First quarter will come to a close. It is Juab 14 and Richfield 0 after quarter number 1 here at Juab High School, their homecoming game against the Wildcats. We'll take a 60-second break across the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and simulcast on CentraCom Channel 10.
From Delicate Arch to Flaming Gorge, the capital city and round St. George.
At Big O Tires, we shop our competition daily, so we can guarantee you the lowest price on every tire every day.
That's right. We guarantee the lowest price on every tire every day.
Great stores statewide, wherever you go, we got you covered at Big O.
Your Nephi Big O Tires is under new ownership. Come see Ryan, Jaron, or Aaron in Nephi.
Dale Whitlock of Security Insurance continues to be the type of insurance agent that makes a difference to your family by offering United Insurance. Because United Insurance is based in Utah, they understand the risks, weather, and conditions that you experience. This is why they can offer superior coverage for your greatest investments. Give Dale a call at 435-623-2590 and ask about United Underwriters Insurance. If you've had a little bit of bad luck with prior insurance, or even if you don't have insurance now, give them a try. 435-623-2590.
And we welcome you back here to Juab High School. 14-0 is the score. The Wasps with the lead right now over Richfield, but the Wildcats, thanks to a couple of 3 penalties from Juab, they are knocking on the door now themselves, just inside the 10-yard line at 2nd and goal for Richfield.
Yeah, and so far this Richfield offense has made some plays, but Juab just keeps helping them along, jumping off sides, and then of course the personal foul of roughing the quarterback.
Hafen shotgun formation. Jerome to his left, 2 receivers to each side. He'll take the snap, drop the pass, look to his right, going to step up in the pocket. Looked to be like it might have been a designed quarterback draw, but he had nowhere to go. He's going to be dropped for a loss of 2, maybe 3 yards on the carry.
Yeah, and good job by the Juab defense that time to stay in their lanes. They have been coached that Hafen can run, and he did try to sneak up into that hole right there, and he would have had room had he got past that initial defense of the Wasps, but they were there, brought him down.
So it's 3rd and goal now from the 12-yard line for Richfield. They've gotten to the 7 twice. Both times due to penalties, actually, when they got inside the 10. Hafen again, shotgun formation. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Tied on no sides. Hafen drops the pass, and heavy rush coming. He has to avoid it, and he can't as 4 Wasps are there. Ashton Seeley hit him first, and then he was brought down by 3 more.
Boy, and it looks to me like those linebackers have got a hot call. When they see an empty backfield, they are coming. And the defensive back for the Wasps walked up into a bump and run with the Richfield receivers that time, and then the linebackers all just came. Ashton Seeley came through unblocked.
Going to be a loss of 6 yards back to the 18-yard line. So that will make it 4th and goal from the 18 now for Richfield. 10:42 to go in the 2nd quarter. They trail 14-0. Hafen shotgun formation. He'll take the snap, drop the pass, look to his left. Again, heavy rush. Ball comes loose, and it's going to be Juab that comes up with it. I believe that was Sean Nilsson in there to get the fumble, cause the fumble, and get the recovery.
Yeah, he did right there, and that was loose. And Sean Nilsson alertly jumped on it, but he might have hurt a teammate there because that probably could have been picked up and taken back to the distances. There was only black-clad Wasp in the backfield that time. But once again, well-timed blitzes by the Wasps are just wreaking havoc right now on this Richfield offense.
So with 10:30 to go in the 2nd quarter, Juab will take over, and they will take over on the Richfield, on their own 30-yard line, So 70 yards to go for the Wasps, leading 14-0.
Juab been very balanced up to this point, thrown it 4 times. Let's see if they open it up a little bit.
Going to pass it out to Osler on the hitch pass. Osler gets a block, now cuts the outside. Broke 1 tackle, get hits from behind from Mason Holdaway, but not until he picked up, looks like about 13, 14 yards out to the 44-yard line.
Yeah, and just that quick hitter to Osler. Sometimes it's a setup play. That time Osler got the block from the wide receiver in front of him, able to jump that up for a nice first down for the Wasps.
So 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line for Juab. Richfield showing 8 in the box. Osborne steps back to pass, has a man open. That's going to be caught by Nilsson. Nilsson trying to go down the field. He's going to get tripped up, but it took 4 Wildcats to bring him down, and as a result, he's going to pick up 13 more yards and a first down.
Yeah, Nolan Nilsson, we talked about him in the pregame. A huge wide receiver out there. He's got really nice hands. Not the fastest receiver on this team, but definitely the biggest, and then just really, really good hands. You throw it anywhere near him, he's going to catch it, but he showed a good move right there and a little quick burst of speed.
First and 10 for Juab from the Richfield 42-yard line. One receiver wide to each side. Osborne takes a snap, and he's going to hand it off to the outside, and a huge hole to run through for the back, and he's going to break one tackle, get inside the 30, get by another Wildcat down to the 25. Nate shows some moves as he gets brought down inside the 20-yard line. On the carry, that was Colton Wright for the Wasps, but there is a flag on the field.
Yeah, Colton Wright just kept running. He ran about 100 yards to pick up, still a nice gain of about just under 20 yards if the play were to stand, but I believe it's going to come back due to a holding, and sometimes you get that or even a block in the back when you've got a running back running side to side down the field.
3 officials meeting right now around the flag, and the white cap will come and let us know what the call is. Going to be a personal foul on Richfield. The run was down to the 18-yard line, so it's going to be a gain of 24 yards on the carry, and they will march it off half the distance to the goal after the 24-yard line. So it'll be first and goal from the 9 for Juab. Big gain for the Wasps.
Yeah, that's going to be the gain of about 24, as you said, on the carry, and then another 7.5 on the penalty.
And you look at it and where the flag was sitting, it was quite a ways away from the play. So we didn't see what the personal foul was there.
Yeah, it was behind the play.
Osborne shotgun formation. He'll take the snap, ride the handoff, give it up to Nilsson up the gut, and he's going to be hit and driven back. 4 or 5 Wildcats there to force him back. That's Sean Nilsson on the carry.
Yeah, and see where they spot it. Maybe just a gain of a yard as he got maybe right back to the stick. Yeah, he's going to give him about a yard.
So a pickup of 1 down to the 8-yard line now for Juab. Second and goal from the 8. 9:08 to go here in the first half. It's 14-0 Wasps. Looking to add to that score now. At the end of the first quarter, Delta leads North Sanpete 14-6.
A little bit of a surprise there.
Yeah, handoff now up the gut. That's going to go to Carmona. Carmona breaking tackles, and he is in the end zone. Touchdown, Juab.
Yeah, and that time just great play by the offensive line as the Wasps as they controlled that line of scrimmage. Diego Carmona just picks his way through, breaks a couple of tackles, and he'll fall into the end zone for that touchdown.
So that makes it now 20-0 for the Wasps. PAT pending here. By the way, that score update was brought to you by DP Curtis Trucking. We'll have some more score updates for you coming up inside the halftime show. On to kick the extra point now is Walker Ludlow. And it's going to be a high snap. It's going to be picked up and carried out to the right side. They're going to pass it into the end zone. And 2-point conversion is good for the Wasps. And Ty Sossler going to receive the catch there for Juab.
And boy, and Alex White, the holder, made a great play on that high snap. Just tapped it up in the air, ran it down, and Alex White, now normally a running back, rolls out, and it looked like he might want to run it in, sees Tice there, and completes it for the 2-point conversion.
We'll take a 60-second break and come back with Juab kicking off to Richfield.
All Around Dental Care, located next to Mount Nebo Market in Nephi, can help perfect your smile by keeping it healthy. All Around Dental Care offers free initial exams and x-rays, braces as low as $98 a month, free ortho consultations, and convenient appointment times. Doctors Justin Hilmo and Todd Lee accept all insurances and even offer an in-house discount plan. And right now they're offering a cleaning for just $45. Just mention the Wasp Sports Special when you stop in. All Around Dental Care, everything to do with smiles. Call 623-0866.
DP Curtis Trucking is a family-oriented business that works hard to get their drivers home on the weekend. DP Curtis is hiring reliable drivers with starting wage at 40 cents per mile, going to 42 cents after 90 days. Additional pay for tarps, drops, picks, and additional trailers. Employment options include insurance, 401k, paid vacation, and bonuses, and more. If you'd like to join the DP Curtis family, call for details, 435-893-2886. That's 893-2886, or click dpcurtis.com.
Welcome back to Juab High School. Kickoff is up, and back to receive it. It's going to be Jerome on the far side of the field, and he goes right into the Wasps coverage, and he's going to get out to the 34-yard line, but Juab able to cover that one up quickly after a short kick.
Yeah, a little better kick that time by Nolan, but still Juab not getting the depth that they'd like there. And that one, this time the Wasp will be going against the wind. As the wind is out of the north, my guess, and knowing this, that after half that wind will be coming straight down out of the canyon, so that wind will switch a little bit on these players.
8:43 to go in the second quarter, 22-0. Juab with the lead over Richfield. Richfield so far in this game, an interception, a fumble, and another fumble. And they've also punted in there, so that's been their 4 drives so far. We'll see if they can change things up here on drive number 5. They're going to go 2 receivers to each side. Hafen under center, Jerome in the backfield. Hafen takes a snap, fakes the handoff, goes with the inside handoff to Magleby, and Magleby just has nowhere to go as the Juab defense collapsed, and it's going to be a loss of 1 back to the 33-yard line.
And Nick Wolforth that time pushed upfield from that defensive tackle spot, saw the run underneath him, came back and able to wrap him up right there. As Juab is showing Hafen just a lot of different looks defensively. Corners up in press coverage, then backing off, and he's seeing a lot of different looks.
So second down and a long 11 now for Richfield. Hafen shotgun formation, 2 receivers to each side. He'll take the snap, look to pass to the left, has a man and threw it behind him, kind of threw it between 2 players. Magleby there along with Matthew Griffin, and I'm not sure if he just couldn't decide which one or if it was just behind Magleby.
Well, yeah, and I think he's probably looking a little bit and seeing those black jerseys coming at him and knowing they're coming, just trying to figure out where they're coming at him from. That time the Richfield line did a pretty good job picking up the blitz and giving him a moment to throw the ball.
So third down and 11 now for Richfield. Again, shotgun formation. Jerome to the right of Hafen. Hafen takes a snap, drops to pass, looks to his left. Heavy rush coming. He avoids one rusher, looks down the field, gives it all he's got down the middle, and just over the outstretched hands of Magleby, right through the fingertips. He had him a good look from Hafen and a good job to avoid the rush. Unfortunately for the Wildcats, it just didn't work out.
Yeah, great, really great passes as Ashton Seeley was breathing down his neck there and able to just square his shoulders enough and threw a great ball down there. One that I am sure that Magleby would like to have back, as that just went off his fingertips and fell to the ground.
So the punt team will come on for Richfield. And back to receive for the Wasps will be Colton Wright.
And Colton Wright is on the 2-deep chart as he will be filling in for Stephen Orm. And we talked about that injury to Orm later, and he has not returned on the game. Still got his helmet and his uniform on the sideline, but has not returned into the game.
High snap, but he's able to pull it down. Good end-over-end kick from Richfield, and calling for the fair catch was right, but he's going to let it bounce, and that's going to take a Richfield roll all the way down to the 14-yard line. A great punt for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and he got that bounce right there, and probably Colton Wright, not used to being back there, lets that one bounce, and it gets a good Richfield bounce, and they'll have pinned the Wasps deep to start this drive. It'll be Juab's worst starting position, as they're going to be back at their own, looks like about the 16 is where they put that down.
Yeah, 16 or 17-yard lines where it's at. 7:48 to go in the second quarter. First and 10 for Juab from the 16-yard line. Going to go 1 receiver wide to each side. You got Nilsson on one side, Osler on the other. Osborne will go under center, send a man in motion. That's Carmona. Take the snap, and he's going to give the handoff up to Carmona, trying to get around the edge, and he can't quite do it, but he does pick up about 6 or 7 yards on the carry.
Once again, Carmona shows his speed as he gets out onto that corner, able to pick up the quick 6 there. But once I think the Wasps will see something there too. Nolan Nilsson out on an island with a much smaller defender. See if the Wasps want to throw the ball out there to him.
Second down at about 3.5 now for Juab with 7:20 to go here in the first half. It's 22-0 in favor of the Wasps. And you got Osler wide to the right, Nilsson wide to the left, and split wide to the left, or to the left as a slot receiver is Carmona. And Osborne going to go with the inside handoff to Bowering. Bowering breaks one tackle, and he's going to get dragged down by his jersey. He nearly pulled away, but Evan Jerome able to pull him down for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and about a 9-yard gain there, looked like, by Peyton Bowering. And that's a good pickup right there on that inside handoff. And that's a play that the Wasps really like to go to. And later in the game, I think you'll see that play more and more, especially if the Richfield defense starts to really go with that motion.
And it looks like an 8-yard gain as they spotted on the 31-yard line. So first and 10 from the 31 for Juab. Osborne again will be under center. 2 receivers to the left. Takes a snap. Going to hand it off to the outside, and coming to the outside and bouncing out is Patrick Saez, and he's going to cut back inside and slips as he does, but not until he picked up about 7 or 8 more yards. Looks like 7 out to the 38-yard line.
And we noticed that in warm-ups, that field, we did get a lot of rain here earlier in the week. And I noticed a couple players just slipping during warm-ups on both sides there, and that time it looked like Saez just went to plant his feet, and they just came out from under him there, and he fell down.
And things are happening quickly in Delta in our Mid-Utah Radio Game of the Week. A fumble recovery by the Hawks, followed by a touchdown pass. North Sanpete now leads Delta 21-14.
Wow, quite a turnaround there.
Osborne under center now for the Wasps. The receivers wide each side, looking to the right side, has a man and caught at the 50-yard line. Going to get into Richfield territory. That was Cash Lynn who hauled that in for the Wasps.
Yeah, and just a really nice pass there by Riker Osborne, as he just was very patient in the pocket and waited until he got that his receiver to come open and then delivered the ball.
Down to the 48-yard line in Richfield territory, so a 14-yard gain on the pass. 1st and 10 now from the 48 for Juab. Osborne again will be under center. Owens in the backfield. 2 receivers to each side. He'll take the snap, drop the pass, look to his right, throw down the sideline, and off the hands of Carmona. Carmona was open, but he couldn't quite haul it in.
Yeah, and pretty good look there by Riker as he delivered that ball probably where it needed to be, just unable to bring it in, and that's only the second incompletion by Riker Osborne in this ball game.
And just off the hands of Carmona was that one. So 2nd down and 10 now for the Wasps. 5:37 to go here in the first half. Osborne under center. Again, 2 receivers to each side. Quick hitch pass out to the outside to Bowering, and Bowering drops it. And they are going to call it an incomplete pass. He had it, turned to run, and lost it. And they will rule that incomplete.
Yeah, and that's too bad. Looked like, once again, Nolan Nilsson, they like to run behind him. He becomes that lead blocker out there. Had Bowering got that, Nolan had the block sealed, and I think Bowering would have been able to get up and get first down yardage that time, just unable to bring it in. Probably looked down at where he wanted to go before he had brought that ball in.
So 3rd down and 10 now from the 48-yard line for Juab. They lead it 22-0 here in the 2nd quarter. Osborne under center. Takes a snap and gives the handoff right up the gut to Owens. Big hole to run through. Breaks 1 tackle, gets by another one, and out to the outside with a stiff arm. And I said Owens, that was actually Max Gurney on the carry for the Wasps. He's going to get down to the 30-yard line. That'll be a gain of 18 on the carry.
Yeah, and Max Gurney, one of those JV players that has been suffered with, or has had injuries, as he's coming off a knee injury, and now he gets in. That's his first carry of the ball game, and for a big gain.
Good stiff arm at the end.
Yeah, very good.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Osborne shotgun formation, takes a snap, looks to his right, has a man open, and just overthrows him, and it goes through the hands of Jakota Snow. Couldn't quite pull it down.
Yeah, a little high that time by Riker. As that ball just kind of sailed on him a little bit. Jakota with room to catch the ball, had the ball been delivered.
So 2nd and 10 now from the Richfield 30-yard line for Juab. Throwing the ball a little bit more on this drive than they had the last couple. Going to have 3 backs in the backfield next to each other. Osborne takes a snap, going to hand it off to Bowering. Bowering tries to bounce to the outside. He's going to be hit and dropped down by Mason Holdaway, but he drags Holdaway about 2 yards before going to the ground. It's going to be a gain of about 5 yards on the carry for Bowering.
Yeah, and once again, just got Peyton as he came from left to right that time. He found a little seam and just able to drag the Richfield defenders up for that gain and give Juab a 3rd down and very manageable.
3rd down and 5 for the Wasps. Going to go 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. To the left of Osborne in the backfield is Owens. He'll take the snap, drop the pass. Osborne looks down the middle of the field, nothing there. Now goes to the sideline and intercepted. That's going to be picked off by the Wildcats inside the 5-yard line, and being pushed out of bounds after the interception is Matthew Griffin. So Griffin picks it off, but it's going to be tough field position for Richfield as they have about 98 yards to go.
Yeah, at that time looked like the receiver had come open. Riker saw him late. Wasn't his initial look as Riker had time in the pocket. Great job by that Juab offensive line that time. He had time in the pocket but unable to deliver that ball as he still was throwing against that. Well, the winds almost died right there. Just kind of hung up on him, and Richfield defenders made a great move, came over, got the interception. Would have liked to have turned it upfield a little bit more to give their offense some room to operate.
And it looks like they spotted it on the 1, so 99 yards to go for Richfield. Hafen under center. Heavy rush coming, and just going to try to go with the quarterback sneak. I think he was able to pick up 1 yard on the carry. Let's see where they spot it.
Ball came loose, and Richfield lineman alertly jumped on that.
Yards to move with and operate on.
I think they gained about a foot on it. Yes, they did. So it makes a second down and 9 2/3.
Yeah, and just a difficult spot when you know Juab has just dialed up the blitz packages against you today, so you know they're coming. They're very difficult to do anything against.
Second down and a long 9, short 10. Hafen takes a snap, drops the pass, rolls to his right, has some room to throw. Has a man open down the field, and I think it's caught. Caught at the 30-yard line, or the 20-yard line, and it is. Hauling that one in was McKay Lewis.
And very good catch right there. Ball a little bit behind. He had to wait for it, got turned around, waited for it, able to bring it right in, and then that's a key first down pickup for the Richfield Wildcats.
I like the play of getting Hafen out, rolling him out to the side, and letting him have some room to run.
And at least see how the defense is going to work him and not just have to stand in there and take shots.
16-yard gain out to the 17-yard line. Hafen shotgun formation, takes a snap, hands off of the gut to Jerome, and Jerome gets hit hard as he gets through the hole. He is going to pick up a couple of yards, but a big hit from the Juab defense, and Jerome coming out of the game holding his right arm. So Evan Jerome making his way to the sideline. Each team now with the player leaving, holding their arm to their side.
Yeah, Ashton Seeley that time came up to deliver the hit.
Lots of great halftime stuff coming up.
And Jerome is in a lot of pain on that far sideline.
Yeah, you could see it immediately. He hopped up and headed to the sideline. Second down and a long 7, short 8 now for Richfield. Hafen, shotgun formation. He'll take the snap, fake the handoff, step to his left, breaks one tackle, throws across the middle, and did he catch it? Yes, he did. Able to haul that in for the Wildcats. That was Sebastian Wagner.
A great catch there by Wagner as that ball was low. He went down and got it. Juab in good coverage right there. He shielded out the Juab defender and sealed it and just brought that in. Great catch by Wagner.
Going to be a 15-yard gain out to the 33-yard line. And Richfield's offense starting to move the ball a little bit here.
Yeah, and into the rhythm they wanted to be in.
2:44 to go in the second quarter. Hafen, shotgun formation, takes a snap, hands off of the gut, has a big hole to run through, and it's going to be another Richfield first down. That was Jake Luke on the carry for the Wildcats out to the 47-yard line. There's a flag, though, on the near side of the field.
Probably a sideline warning is what I'm going to guess, is that somebody bumped the official as she moved down that sideline.
They went from the 30, yes, it is a sideline warning on Juab.
So that run will stand, and a great run and up to 12 yards right there by Richfield, as they do have some rhythm going right now.
So a good gain from Jake Luke. That makes it 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line now for the Wildcats with 2:28 to go here in the first half. Obviously, it's clear they want to try to get on the board before they go into the locker room. 2 receivers to each side. Hafen, shotgun formation. One back to his right. He'll take the snap, drop the pass. Heavy rush coming, and he's able to step up, but before he can get out of the way, he's going to be hit and dropped. And that's going to be Dylan White with the sack for Juab.
Yeah, Dylan just came right up there. That was a great play as he read that, saw the step up, and came up and made a sure tackle.
Going to be a loss of 3 yards on the carry for Emmett Hafen. So second down and a long 13, back to the 43-yard line.
Now Richfield not nearly the hurry they were in, as I'd like to see some clock burn in case they don't get this. Could see Juab call a timeout depending on what happens after this play.
Coming up after the second quarter, our new Charter University halftime show. Hafen under center. Hard count. He'll take the snap, drop the snap, and he was able to pick it up, tried to start running, but his knees were down when he picked it up, so they will rule it dead. It's going to be a loss of a yard on the play.
And Juab has not burned a timeout yet. Now there's the timeout called by Juab. So that'll stop it with 1:16 to go.
With 1:16 to go in the first quarter, it's 22-0 Juab over Richfield. We'll take a 60-second break across the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and simulcast on CentraCom Channel 10.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is proud to bring you this presentation. IPSC is a community-minded company that contributes to our local schools, community organizations, and economy. The Intermountain Power Project consistently ranks among the best of America's coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. Intermountain Power Service Corporation strives for perfection and is honored to be actively involved with Delta, Millard, and Juab high schools.
At Zions Bank, they haven't forgotten who keeps them in business. It's you. While Zions Bank has offices in 10 western states, you are still number one. From checking and savings to business and personal loans, Zions Bank now offers its customers online banking services. Zions Bank is a leader in providing electronic banking services. If you haven't seen what Zions Bank has to offer you, stop in today. Zions Bank in Richfield, 55 West, 100 North, behind the post office.
And we're back here at Juab High School, 1:16 to go in the second quarter. Richfield with 3rd and 15 after the Juab timeout. Hafen shotgun formation, 2 receivers to each side. He'll take the snap, roll to his left. Another heavy rush coming from Juab. He tries to throw it, has no room to do so. Ball comes loose, and the Wasps have it.
Yeah, that time I'm a little surprised that Richfield did not just punt that one away and try to get out of the half. And now it looks like Hafen is very slow to get up as he was just sandwiched between a host of Wasp defenders.
You go back to pass like that, and with your arm back and extended, it's in a vulnerable position, your arm is, and that's when he got hit with his arm back there. And hopefully he's okay. The 3rd injury we've had tonight, but this is the first one we've had where they've actually had to come out onto the field and stop play.
Yeah, and you hate to see that happen to a young player. And I'm not sure on the number. It looked like him. I still can't see it. It looks like a 1, though.
Yeah, it is Hafen that is down. Number of Wasps were there. I mean, there were 4 or 5 Juab players that were in on that tackle, and he just had nowhere to go. They are going to have him stay on the field for a moment. So during this injury, we will take a quick break. 1:08 to go in the first half. It is 22-0. Juab leading Richfield. We'll take a 60-second break.
Mountain Land Supply of Richfield is the Central Utah leader in plumbing, waterworks, turf, and ag irrigation. Mountain Land Supply features a beautiful showroom with brands you know and trust, like Moen, Delta, American Standard, Toto, Aquatic, LK, Growy, and more. They've also got what every farmer needs as a Valley distributor for all your agricultural supplies, from pivots and sprinklers to wheel lines and water troughs. Visit Mountain Land Supply Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. at 2104 South Red Hills Drive in Richfield.
New Holland's T7 Series tractors from Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora deliver more power but lower your operating costs. Talk about a great combination. These 100 to 195 PTO horsepower tractors feature engines with EcoBlue SCR engine technology. They breathe better for more complete combustion and deliver cleaner power, increased torque, and enhanced fuel economy. Stop by Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora and learn more about the T7 Series tractors from New Holland.
Kevin Oakey at Nebo Levitt Insurance has been serving residents in Central Utah for
on the field to be intended to by the medical staff here at Juab High School, and it looks like they are going to pull him up now and do a quick score update for you. North Sevier in trouble right now, down 42-0 to Grand on the road against the Red Devils. Hafen is walking off under his own power. It looks like he's holding his left arm is the one that looks to be the one of concern there, which I guess since he's a right-handed player,
yeah.
I guess that's maybe some good news out of it.
Yeah, you would hope so, and we hope that he gets a quick recovery and can come back in this game, and if not, that he still gets a quick recovery and gets to play out the rest of or his next game that he's scheduled for. Big shot there, and it was Ashton Seeley, who's known as a hitter right there, was one of the 3 Wasps that were sandwiched him in there.
1st and 10 now for Juab from the 30-yard line. They have a chance to punch it in one more time with 1:08 to go here in the first half. Once again, coming up at halftime, we'll have some score updates for you from across the Central Utah High School games. Riker Osborne, shotgun formation, takes a snap, drops the pass, look to his left, now steps to his left, throws down the middle of the field, has a man wide open in Nilsson. Nilsson off to the races, he's inside the 10, and he's going to be brought down, and that was another hard hit, and Nilsson slow to get up. A couple of Richfield players slow to get up as there was just quite a collision there. Nilsson looks like he's going to come out of the game holding his left side. Hopefully for him it's just a stinger on that hip.
He did go down awkwardly there, as did the other 2 Richfield tacklers.
It was just a weird collision, really.
Yeah. Big gain there by the Wasps, though, as they're down inside the 5 now.
Yeah, going to be a gain of about 27 yards as the ball is spotted on the 3. Clock is running, down to 45 seconds left in the half. Juab will come out of the huddle. Osborne's going to go under center. One back in the backfield, that's Nilsson. He'll send a man in motion right to left. That's Osler. Take the snap, hand off to Osler. Big hole, and he's going to get hit. Can he get in? Ball came loose, but he got into the end zone before it did. So touchdown, Juab.
Yeah, and that time, Tice Osler, just from that wide receiver slot position, comes over. They get him going right to left. The hole was there, but then Richfield closed it down quickly, and Osler had to really lower his head and just fight for every yard to get into the end zone.
And the touchdown comes with 32.2 seconds to go in the first half. Tice Osler with the 3-yard scoring run. Now it's going to be Walker Ludlow on to kick the extra point for the Wasps. They lead it 28-0. The last extra point was a bad snap, and they were able to convert the 2-point conversion on it. Snap is good this time. Hold is down. Kick is up, and that is good. So 29-0 is the score. Juab leads. Richfield will take a 60-second break and come back with the final 30 seconds of the first half.
Kevin Oakey at Nebo Levitt Insurance has been serving residents in central Utah for over 30 years. Our agency is proud to represent some of the nation's leading insurance companies like Allstate, Allied, and auto owners. Nebo Levitt is pleased to also partner with Bear River Mutual Insurance Company, a Utah-based company. Call Kevin or Julie for a friendly insurance quote at 623-1830. Kevin Oakey and Nebo Levitt Insurance, located at 48 North Main Street in Nephi. Appreciate your business and is a proud sponsor of Juab High School Sports.
You know that Sevier Valley Medical Center provides our communities with high-quality care through advanced technology with the hometown touch. What you may not know about are the wide variety of services that we provide, allowing you to stay close to home. Our on-site specialty services include orthopedics, ENT, general surgery, podiatry, and internal medicine, all available full-time, allowing you to utilize them when it's convenient for you, not just a few days each month. That's Intermountain Sevier Valley Medical Center, healing for life.
And here's the kickoff now from Nolan Nilsson for Juab, and it's going to be Magalbu that receives it on the far side, or Jerome, that has it. He's going to get across the 30 before being hit and dropped, shy of the 35-yard line. Looks like they're going to spot it about the 33. We'll see if Richfield just comes out and tries to take a knee and go into the locker room here with 26 seconds left in the half, down 29-0.
Good to see Jerome back in the ball game, as he was one of our earlier injuries. He's back in the ball game, made a great play right there.
So 1st and 10 from the 33, but again, just 26 seconds to go in the half for Richfield, and they trail 29-0. It's going to be, and they are just going to go, I believe, into take a knee formation here is Richfield. There's the snap, and that is exactly what they will do. They will take that knee. Trying to see for sure who came in at quarterback. I was figuring it would be Jerome, who was the quarterback to begin the year, but it looks like that was actually Matthew Griffin who took the snap there for the Wildcats and took the knee to end half number 1. As the final few seconds of this first half will tick off the clock. It is Juab 29 and Richfield 0 here at the break. Before we come back with our new Charter University halftime show, Cam, just give me your quick thoughts on this first half.
Well, I think Juab has really just dialed up a defensive blitz package here that is really frustrating Richfield right now. Now you get a halftime here, make some adjustments, and I think it's key that Richfield makes some blocking assignment adjustments and gets ready to pick up that that Juab blitz. And if you're Richfield, you've got to hope that quarterback can come back in and play the ball game. And I know you've got backups that are experienced right here, but he's taken the snaps all week. Looked pretty well, or pretty good there in the first half. So I wish him the best and hope he's back out here for the second half.
That's what we'll monitor that situation and all the other injury situations as well going forward into half number 2. We will take a 3-minute break, though, and come back with our new Charter University halftime show. This is Richfield versus Juab on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and simulcast on CentraCom Channel 10.
Is there anything more beautiful than DQ soft serve? Smooth and creamy, the best kind of chili. Whether alone in a cone or making the sweet foundation for our famous blizzard treats, the DQ soft serve is made to make your taste buds go, whoa, that's good. Check it out for yourself at the Dairy Queen in Elsinore next to the Sunny Shopper. Take the I-70 exit and bam, you're there. DQ, this is fan food, not fast food. Check it out for yourself at the Dairy Queen in Elsinore next to the Sunny Shopper.
Nephi Federal Credit Union in Nephi offers convenient service and a variety of financial services. They're your hometown credit union that's been serving local residents for over 63 years, longer than any other financial institution in Nephi. The staff invites you to check out their incredible rates on a variety of loans and savings accounts. Nephi Federal Credit Union, 155 North Main in Nephi. Call 623-1895. That's 623-1895. Nephi Federal Credit Union, proud supporter of the Wasps this season.
For integrity, honesty, and technical expertise, think of Jones & DeMille Engineering. With offices in Richfield, Roosevelt, Price, and Manti, they're committed to servicing their clients with civil and structural engineering, construction management, surveys and GIS mapping, and material testing. They use state-of-the-art equipment to help you meet your budgets and deadlines. Visit jonesandemille.com or find them on Facebook. Since 1982, Jones & DeMille Engineering, your infrastructure professionals.
High-speed Wi-Fi. Not quite as important as running water in your home, but close. CentraCom powers your Wi-Fi network with consistent speeds to keep all your gadgets going strong. Streaming video players, laptops, tablets, even smartphones, so you're never stuck with those big cell data charges. And talk about value. Just pick your speed and keep the Wi-Fi flowing in your home at a great low price. Upgrade your internet today. Call or visit CentraCom.com to learn more.
Riverstone Contractors is your plumbing source for Sevier County. Riverstone can fix leaking pipes, replace water heaters, fix and replace faucets, disposals, water softeners, and toilets, along with tubs, showers, and grab bars for your bathroom. Riverstone does plumbing for new construction and remodels. They also take care of your heating and air conditioning needs with central air, swamp coolers, gas furnaces, and sheet metal ducts. For the best plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service, call Riverstone Contractors at 435-896-6264. That's 896-6264.
Have you heard? Central Valley Medical Center is now providing orthopedic surgery. That's right, Dr. Joel Holman is a full-time orthopedic surgeon practicing in Nephi. You no longer need to drive to the Wasatch Front for hip replacement, knee replacement, fracture care, hand surgery, and general orthopedic care. Dr. Holman completed a residency in general orthopedics and a fellowship in hand surgery at the U of U and sees patients in the Nephi Medical Clinic inside Central Valley Medical Center. Call 435-623-3633, 623-3633.
And we welcome you back here to Juab High School. Once again, it is homecoming for the Wasps. So an extended halftime here tonight as they will have all the homecoming festivities that come along with the homecoming game. At the half, it is Juab 29 and Richfield 0. You are listening to the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and simulcast by watching on CentraCom Channel 10 and also at CentraCom.com. This is the new Charter University halftime show. It is a fully accredited university. They offer real degrees for real life, a flagship of innovation education. NCU is a great option for busy professionals and those who do not live near a campus. Students can study anytime, anywhere. No travel is required. All you need is a computer and internet access. Flexible 16-week terms start every Monday, so there is no need to wait. Affordable flat-rate tuition and easy no-interest payment plans make New Charter University the best choice. Enroll today. As we take a look at what we have coming up here inside the New Charter University halftime show, we'll go over the drive charts in this first half for these two teams, take a break and come back with the first half stats, and also give you some score updates throughout the games happening across Central Utah. Right now, let's take a look at the drive chart. First for the Richfield Wildcats, and this drive chart brought to you by Zions Bank in Richfield. Their first possession, they got the ball with 11:50 to go in the first quarter on their own 35-yard line. First play, they tried to strike a Rich early, went with the deep pass, and it ends up being intercepted by Tice Osler for Juab. So first play from scrimmage, and it's a turnover for the Wildcats. Richfield got it back with 10:34 to go in the first quarter on their own 30-yard line, and they go 3 and out, forced to punt that one away. Then they got the ball back with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter, this time on their own 10-yard line, and it was on the second play on an exchange, on the handoff exchange. The ball was dropped and fumbled, recovered by Juab. And then Richfield got the ball back with 4:21 to go in the first quarter on their own 24-yard line. And with some key penalties thrown in there and a big play, a big pass from Hafen to Magleby that went 63 yards. They got all the way down to the 7-yard line, but couldn't quite get in the end zone, and they ended up fumbling it on about the 18-yard line and turning it over once again as Juab recovered. Then Richfield got it back with 8:43 to go in the second quarter on their own 34-yard line, and it was a 3-and-out as the Juab defense forced them to punt. Then the Wildcats again got it back with 4:32 to go in the second quarter, and they got that on their own 1 this time, had 99 yards to go, made a nice play early with a quick pass out to McKay Lewis as he picked up 16 yards to get him out of at least out of safety zone, really, and get him out marching the offense. The offense got going again pretty well there for Richfield, but it ends up being an 8-play drive and another fumble that Juab recovered. And then they got the ball back again with 26 seconds left, just took a knee to end the first half. There's your Richfield drive chart for the first half, and now we'll turn it over to Cam for the Juab drive chart.
For the Juab Wasps, their first drive of the ball game started at their own 30-yard line. 2 pass plays, 2 run plays, and it ended up with Juab getting a 16-yard pass from Riker Osborne to Stephen Orm for the touchdown, and that put Juab up 7-0 at that point. The next drive started on the Richfield High School 49-yard line, and this time Juab came out, threw the ball twice, and then went to the run as they ran the ball 6 times there in that drive. 6 out of the 8 plays, 8-play drive that ended up getting stopped by the Richfield Wildcats as the Wasps have got it inside the 5. But the very next play, Juab forces a fumble. Ashton Seeley picks it up, so Juab, those stopped, scores on that, well, not on that possession, but forces a fumble and scores on the next possession. Then the next drive, the Juab Wasps once again start at their own 30. That play ends on a 7-yard run by Diego Carmona as he hits the edge as Juab stays balanced, throws it twice during that drive as Riker's 2 for 2 for 27 yards. They run it 3 times for 32 yards, and as I mentioned, it ends up in a touchdown by Diego Carmona. That's when they got the bad snap on the extra point, and Alex White makes a great play from his holding position, rolls out the right side, and they get the 2-point conversion, puts the Wasps up 22-0. Then the Wasps have a little bit of bad luck. They start the drive at their own 16-yard line, and that time the Wasp passing attack just wasn't sharp as they go 1 for 5 for 14 yards on that drive during that passing attack. They rush the ball 5 times for 15 yards, but it ends up being intercepted down near the goal line. As Robert mentioned, that was the interception by Richfield right at the 1-yard line, so the Wasps come away empty after that. Then they get a drive after forcing another fumble. Starts at the Richfield 30-yard line. They throw the ball once deep to Nolan Nielsen. He gets it down to about the 3 or 4-yard line. They hand it off to Ty Sausler as he comes from right to left from his wide receiver position, and he goes in for the touchdown, pushing the score to 29-0 for the Juab Wasp.
So there's your drive charts for this first half. Another quick update from Delta in our Mid-Utah Radio Game of the Week. Delta blocks a punt attempt by North Sanpete, and the Rabbits have it on the 5-yard line, 1st and goal with 25 seconds left in the half there, as Sanpete does lead that one 28-14. We'll give you some more score updates here later on inside the new Charter University halftime show. This is Richfield versus Juab. The Wasps have the 29-0 lead at the half across the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and simulcast on CentraCom Channel 10.
Larson's Ace Hardware is your helpful place for satisfying lots of different appetites. Appetites for hardware, plumbing and building materials, paint, tools, electrical, housewares and small appliances, sporting goods including ammo, lawn and garden, toys and seasonal items, and, well, hey, just stop by the store and check it out for yourself. Oh yeah, while you're in the store, satisfy the biggest hunger of all, the grumbling in your tummy at Munchies. Check it out at Larson's Ace Hardware, the helpful place in Richfield.
New car, used car, Delta, Nephi. There's just one name you need to remember, Drew Bay. That's Drew Bay Chevrolet in Delta and Drew Bay Used Cars in Nephi. You'll feel good at the end of the day when you do business with Drew Bay. Drew Bay stands for world-class service with a hometown feeling. That's Drew Bay Chevrolet in Delta and Drew Bay Used Cars in Nephi. Make it a day to remember. Start your day at drewbaychevrolet.com.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking in Salina has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking's Big Blue trucks are recognizable throughout the Intermountain West, hauling products that keep this country running. Barney Trucking is honored to be a part of Central Utah and supports our local schools and community. When you're out on the roads, remember to drive safely. Barney Trucking of Salina, proud to support the high school teams this season.
At Cache Valley Bank, we have an app for that. Hi, this is Shayna, and our new Cache Valley Bank app will let you view your accounts on the go. You'll also be able to search for branches or ATMs near you, transfer funds, view recent activity, and deposit checks, all with the touch of a button. And our checking accounts offer free debit cards, lower rates than our competitors, and no minimum balance. So when you check your balance on that new Cache Valley Bank app, all you'll see is green. Stop by today and meet our friendly staff in Ephraim, Mount Pleasant, and Fairview. Cache Valley Bank, a tradition of helping, member FDIC.
Every night's like family night at Jorgensen Bowling Center and Herb's Place. When you want the best burger in town, you'll find it at Herb's Place. Got a birthday or special event? You'll find the facilities at Jorgensen Bowling Center and Herb's Place. If you want arcade games, you'll find them at Jorgensen Bowling Center. If you want a light show and cosmic bowling, hey, you'll find it at Jorgensen Bowling Center. Your family deserves the best. Your family or event is special to Jorgensen Bowling Center and Herb's Place, 980 South Coveview Road, Richfield.
The folks at the Mount Nebo Market in Nephi strive hard to make your shopping experience pleasant and productive. With the new in-store pharmacy, you now have the option of dropping off your prescriptions and shopping their full-service store. There's their famous meat department featuring USDA choice beef. The deli has the best fried chicken around, and the fresh bakery cannot be beat. The produce department has a super variety of fresh fruits and vegetables. This all can be found at the Mount Nebo Market in Nephi, your hometown grocer.
Welcome back to Juab High School. This is the new Charter University halftime show. Quality, uncomplicated, real education for real people with real affordability. Contact their friendly staff today to learn more at www.new.edu or call 801-883-8336. That's 801-883-8336. Let's take a look at the stats for Richfield in this first half. These stats brought to you by Mason Machinery. And in the first half, not a lot of yards for the Wildcats. So they end up with 79 yards total. Starting off with the rushing yards, it was Jensen Magleby, 2 carries, just 2 for the feature running back there for the Wildcats for -6 yards. And then it was McKay Lewis, 1 carry for 2 yards. Evan Jerome had 5 carries for 9 yards. Emmett Hafen ends up getting sacked numerous times and ends up losing 33 yards in this first half on what would have been 10 carries. Some of those were dropbacks, though, and sacks that happened. He did have 3 fumbles as well. And then it was Jake Luke who had 1 carry for 14 yards. And again, rushing-wise, they end up with -14 yards in this first half, does Richfield. In the passing category, though, Emmett Hafen was 4 for 9 for 93 yards. He did throw that 1 interception to begin the game. And of those 93 yards, 63 of them went to Jensen Magleby on 1 play. He did have another catch for 0 yards, but Magleby 2 catches for 63 yards. And then McKay Lewis had 1 catch for 16 yards. And Sebastian Wagner had 1 catch for 15 yards. Again, just 79 yards total in this first half for the Richfield Wildcats. Now let's take a look at the first half stats for Juab, brought to you by Intermountain Power.
And for the Juab Wasps, 17 running plays there in the first half. A total of 153 yards for the Juab rushing attack. The long was by Colton Wright. He went 24 yards. He wears number 35, and kind of a great run right there by Colton through the middle of the field, and then had a unsportsmanlike penalty tacked onto the end of it, so a big gain by Colton Wright. Riker Osborne in the Juab passing attack, 6 completions out of 12 attempts, 125 yards. There was the 1 interception late in the second half, or late in the second quarter down near the goal line. His long was a 31-yard pass play to number 17, Tyce Osler, who's had a well of a game both offensively and defensively in this ball game. But it was a 31-yard completion to Tyce Osler. The Wasps have a total of 278 yards of total offense here in the first half, 10 first downs, and 4 different players for the Juab Wasps have scored touchdowns in this ball game.
And that's what we talked about going into, that they don't rely on one player. Everybody seems to have a chance to score for the Wasps.
Yeah, and I think the shocking thing is Peyton Bowring's not even one of those.
That's true.
We talked about how Richfield's Magleby has kind of been limited in his carries. Well, Peyton Bowring, he's got some carries in this game, just hasn't found the end zone. So I think, those stats, when you break them down, it kind of tells the tale of what we've seen, and especially when you figure in the turnovers. The 1 turnover by the Juab Wasp, and then the multiple turnovers there by the Richfield Wildcats.
Yeah, 3 fumbles and an interception. So 4 turnovers, all those almost lost, by the way. They did not recover any of their own, and with that, as far as those 3 fumbles go. We'll take a 2-minute break here inside the new Charter University halftime show. Come back with some score updates throughout Central Utah.
Dale Whitlock of Security Insurance continues to be the type of insurance agent that makes a difference to your family by offering United Insurance. Because United Insurance is based in Utah, they understand the risks, weather, and conditions that you experience. This is why they can offer superior coverage for your greatest investments. Give Dale a call at 435-623-2590 and ask about United Underwriters Insurance. If you've had a little bit of bad luck with prior insurance, or even if you don't have insurance now, give them a try. 435-623-2590.
From Delicate Arch to Flaming Gorge, the capital city, and round St. George.
At Big O Tires, we shop our competition daily, so we can guarantee you the lowest price on every tire every day.
That's right. We guarantee the lowest price on every tire every day.
Great stores statewide, wherever you go, we got you covered at Big O.
Your Nephi Big O Tires is under new ownership. Come see Ryan, Jaron, or Aaron in Nephi. AmeriGas Propane is America's #1 propane supplier. Why? Because AmeriGas Propane of Central Utah is the most reliable, safest, and responsive propane service. Your AmeriGas drivers go the extra mile to offer service you can rely on. AmeriGas Propane of Richfield features a local staff that serves you 24/7. Don't put a price on your family safety. Call today, 435-896-5071, 896-5071. It's never too late to save on propane. Lock in your price and ask about their monthly payment program. Go to AmeriGas.com.
All Around Dental Care, located next to Mount Nebo Market in Nephi, can help perfect your smile by keeping it healthy. All Around Dental Care offers free initial exams and x-rays, braces as low as $98 a month, free ortho consultations, and convenient appointment times. Doctors Justin Hilmo and Todd Lee accept all insurances and even offer an in-house discount plan. And right now they're offering a cleaning for just $45. Just mention the Wasp Sports Special when you stop in. All Around Dental Care, everything to do with smiles. Call 623-0866.
Welcome back to the new Charter University halftime show here at Juab High School as the Wasps host the Richfield Wildcats, and Juab leads it 29-0. Time now to look at some other scores throughout Central Utah and high school football really throughout the state of Utah as well. The last score we got from Colville was that North Summit led Gunnison 7-0 with 7.5 minutes left in the second quarter. The lights went out and they were in a delay in that one. So that's the last update we've gotten there. I don't know if you've seen a more recent one, Cam, but that's the last one I've seen.
Yeah, I see that one still paused there with 2 minutes left in the second quarter.
So they've resumed play at least, but North Summit does have the lead in that one. Canyon View leads Manti right now 22-6 in a big 3A battle down in Cedar City next to Enoch there. Canyon View with the lead right now over the Templars. Any other scores that you have?
Just a couple of quick ones. We've got the North Summit, you mentioned. South Summit 42, ALA 2. That's at the half. Summit Academy 3 as they trail Millard, who is at 7. So 7-3, the Millard Eagles lead into the third quarter. Beaver 21, Enterprise 7, and that ball game is probably in the half now. You mentioned the grand score. Bad night for North Sevier as they trail 49-0 in the third. And then San Juan is all over South Sevier 45-6, and that's at the half. In 3A games, Emory leads Carbon 14-0. That's at the half. And then Union, who Richfield played last week, trails Grantsville 8-7, and that is with quite a bit of time left there in the second quarter.
And in Delta, it is North Sanpete leading the Rabbits 28-14 at the half in that one. So there's your score updates. Score updates during this halftime show brought to you by Mountain Land Supply. And there's another, just that Beaver update, 21-7. They lead Enterprise at the half as we just got that update coming in again. Twice. There you go.
Yeah.
Twice as nice. And now we are set and ready for half number 2 here between Richfield and Juab. The clock, though, stuck with 6.3 seconds left, so once they get that squared away, we'll be set and ready to go. And nope, they're going to go with 3 minutes instead of the 12.
Yeah, that's that required 3 minutes of warm-up time that you must have. And if you're late coming out, you're still going to get that 3 minutes. And so they're going to run that another 3 minutes, even though we had the extra long half. Kind of a funny rule.
Yeah, it is, and that's why the teams are ready, though, because of that extra long halftime that you get when it's homecoming.
Yeah, exactly.
So because we have a couple more minutes until we get ready for half number 2, we'll take a 2-minute break as we conclude the New Charter University halftime show.
DP Curtis Trucking is a family-oriented business that works hard to get their drivers home on the weekend. DP Curtis is hiring reliable drivers with starting wage at 40 cents per mile, going to 42 cents after 90 days. Additional pay for tarps, drops, picks, and additional trailers. Employment options include insurance, 401k, paid vacation, and bonuses, and more. If you'd like to join the DP Curtis family, call for details, 435-893-2886. That's 893-2886, or click dpcurtis.com.
And I said 2 minutes, so we're going to come right back as they decided that halftime had been long enough. And so we are set, ready to go.
Right where we were, almost deja vu. We were here about 30 seconds ago, and we pulled everybody off the field. Now we're reset and ready to go.
All right, so it will be Richfield kicking off, and back to kick off for the Wildcats is Colton Terry. First chance he's had to do that tonight. Back to receive Peyton Bowering alongside Diego Carmona for Juab. It's going to be a short kick. Drops it at the 20-yard line. This can be picked up by Carmona on the far side of the field. Has a wall to the near side. Cuts back up the middle. Has a hole to run through. And it gets tripped up. And it's going to be the kicker, Terry, who trips him up just across the 40-yard line. Carmona does fall forward, and they're going to spot it at, it looks like, the 44-yard line for the Wasps.
Yeah, good return there by Carmona as he once again showed his speed as he picked up through. And maybe not the fastest pull away guy you've got, but very quick in cutting up and hitting holes right there, and he showed it right there.
So 1st and 10 for Juab from the 44-yard line with 11:52 to go in the third quarter. They will come out of the huddle. Osborne will be, it looks like, shotgun formation with one back in the backfield to his right. That is Nilsson, Sean Nilsson. He'll take the snap, roll to his right, look down the field. And cutting back is Osler. Goes to Osler, and he's able to keep his feet in the sidelines as they rule out a catch. Nice job by Tice Osler on the sideline there, going into Richfield territory to make that play. It's going to be a gain of, it looks like, 15 yards down to the 41-yard line in the Richfield side of the field.
Wow, and a great pass by Riker as he came out on a dead run, getting very near the line of scrimmage right there, and then he just threaded a needle into Tice Osler, who did a great job on the sideline of bringing that in.
So 1st and 10 now from the 41-yard line for the Wasps. Osborne now will go under center. One back in the backfield is Nilsson. He'll send Carmona in motion right to left. Go to Nilsson. Huge hole for Nilsson to run through, and he's going to get hit, but not until he gains about 15 more yards from the 41 down to the, where are they going to spot it? Looks like they're going to give it to him on the 23-yard line, so it's going to be an 18-yard gain for Sean Nilsson.
And the Wasps come out on fire. One quick pass for 15 yards, a quick run for 18 yards, and now they're deep into Richfield territory.
So 1st and 10 now from the 23-yard line. 11.5 to go in the third quarter, 29-0. Juab with the lead over Richfield. Osborne under center. He'll take the snap, drop the pass, look to his left, has a man, and he underthrew it. A little bit out in front, a little bit low as he couldn't quite connect with the intended target there from Juab, and that was Caleb Allred.
Yeah, and just on a little quick slant right there. Now he's come up holding his left arm as well right there, and I think these players may not be quite used to this cold temperature that's set in. We're in the low 50s here in Nephi right now, and we've seen more injuries tonight than I've seen all year.
First week that it's felt like football weather, though.
It has, yeah, exactly. I had to put on a hoodie.
2nd and 10 now from the 23-yard line for Juab. 11:21 to go in the third quarter. Two backs in the backfield. I formation for the Wasps. Osborne takes a snap. He's going to hand it off to the outside, and a huge hole to run through. Cutting back across the 15 and getting down inside the 10-yard line. That was Colton Wright. Going to be a gain of, it looks like, 15 yards down to the 8-yard line.
And Colton Wright in spelling Stephen Orm, who left the ball game earlier, and Colton Wright's made the most of this with a couple of very nice runs.
Just about 11 minutes to go now in the third quarter. 29-0 Wasps. Osborne again will be under center. Nilsson in the backfield. Two receivers to the right for the Wasps. Osborne takes a snap, going to hand it off to the outside to Bowering. Bowering with a huge hold to run through. I'm not even sure he got touched as he's in the end zone for 6.
Peyton Bowering just took that as they run that little sweep from left to right. Peyton Bowering finds the hole. And now 5 touchdowns for the Wasps by 5 different players. And you mentioned it earlier in the game. That kind of makes them very dangerous, and you can't key on one player. Peyton Bowering gets on the scoreboard there.
And the PAT pending now for the Wasps, but they lead it 35-0. And it'll be Walker Ludlow on to kick the extra point after the 8-yard scoring run from Peyton Bowering. Ludlow has been perfect so far on the night and nearly got blocked on this one, but he does kick it through the upright. So with 10:51 to go in the third quarter, it is Juab 36 and Richfield 0. You're listening to the Wasps and the Wildcats on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and simulcast on CentraCom Channel 10.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is proud to bring you this presentation. IPSC is a community-minded company that contributes to our local schools, community organizations, and economy. The Intermountain Power Project consistently ranks among the best of America's coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. Intermountain Power Service Corporation strives for perfection and is honored to be actively involved with Delta, Millard, and Juab High Schools.
At Zions Bank, they haven't forgotten who keeps them in business. It's you. While Zions Bank has offices in 10 western states, you are still number 1. From checking and savings to business and personal loans, Zions Bank now offers its customers online banking services. Zions Bank is a leader in providing electronic banking services. If you haven't seen what Zions Bank has to offer you, stop in today. Zions Bank in Richfield, 55 West, 100 North, behind the post office.
And we welcome you back here to Juab High School. The kick is up from the Wasps. That's going to be, did he take a knee? Yes, he did. Magleby went to a knee to catch that one, tried to get up and run, but he couldn't pull the knee off the ground before he hauled the ball in. And so he did no return on it. They're going to give it to Richfield at the 15-yard line. Now, with that last touchdown, it made it so it was 36-point difference between these two teams, and the 35-point rule, of course, comes into effect here, where the clock will run the rest of the half unless Richfield can get within 21 at some point, but it'll be a running clock the rest of the way.
Yeah, a couple of touchdowns needed here by the Wildcats. I'm going to check who's come in at quarterback for Richfield.
And it looks like they have gone to Matthew Griffin at quarterback. He'll go under center. And they got both linemen on beach side to jump with the hard count. And once again, the quarterback that started the year was Evan Jerome. Griffin has played some quarterback this year, but I think they've liked what Jerome has done so far as a running back in this game, one of the few positive yards they've had.
Yeah, and right now I think you might just have to adjust to a count and a cadence and things like that you weren't used to, and you'd heard Hafen's all week, and now you've got a new one, and just kind of a quick adjustments. And if you can get out of that with just a 5-yard penalty and the offense can get to roll, then it'll be a good adjustment there by the Wildcats.
So there is your false start penalty. Once again, the clock running. Down to 9:50 to go in the third quarter. Griffin will be in the shotgun formation. 2 receivers to each side. Takes a snap, going to ride the handoff and give it up the gut. And really nowhere to go as there are 4 or 5 Wasps right there to bring down Evan Jerome after a gain of, he might have picked up a yard, but looks like he just got back to the line of scrimmage.
And a lot of Juab in that black and gold out there, and I couldn't quite pick up the number who was the first to make that tackle. 33, which is at the defensive end, and I don't have that number on my program, so I'm probably reading.
Gage Tishner?
It might be Gage Tishner.
So 9:13 to go in the quarter. Griffin, shotgun formation, trips to the left. He'll take the snap, drops it, picks it up, and he's hit and dropped near the goal line. He's going to be about 2 yards out. He ended up at the goal line, but his forward progress is going to put him at about the 2-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the play.
Ashton Sealing blitzing from that middle linebacker spot, gets another tackle for a loss right there as he just comes blitzing between that center and guard. Comes through almost untouched right there and immediately back at the quarterback.
So that'll make it now 3rd down and 23 for the Wildcats from the 2-yard line. Obviously not the way you wanted to start the second half, but again, their starting quarterback, the freshman Emmett Hafen, out with an injury. Hopefully everything will be okay for him and he can return this season. Griffin, shotgun formation, takes a snap. He is in the end zone, drops the pass, throws down the sideline, looking for Magleby. It's going to be picked off. Juab with the interception, and making the play there for the Wasps was Patrick Saez.
Yeah, he just went up right there, got the ball, and made a great play on it. As it looked like the Richfield receiver was going to be able to run under that, but Saez had other ideas as he went up, brought it down, and immediately went down. But a great pick by Patrick Saez.
8:13 to go in the third quarter, and Juab will take over on the 31-yard line in Richfield territory. Riker Osborne in at quarterback for the Wasps. They lead up 36-0 as, once again, the 35-point rule in effect, so the clock will run throughout this second half. It only takes stops for timeouts and touchdown scoring plays. Going to be a handoff up the gut to Nilsson. Nilsson breaking tackles, trying to bounce it out to the outside, gets spun around, and now 3-4 more Wildcats will come in and join in on the fun, but it's not until Nilsson's able to pick up 8 or 9 yards. As it looks like they have him spotted to the 23-yard line, so we'll call it an 8-yard gain on the carry.
Yeah, and that time, big hole opened up for Nilsson. He just bounced it right up the middle and then kicked it to the left side. And then it took a host of Wildcats to bring him down.
So second down and about 1.5 yards is all for Juab. They've been effective both running and passing the ball so far tonight against Richfield. The Wildcats, on the other hand, one big play with a 63-yard pass to Magleby, and that's been about it offensively for them. Osborne under center, takes a snap, quick hitch pass to the outside to Carmona. Carmona upended and dropped. Jensen Magleby with a big tackle for the Wildcats.
Yeah, great tackle by Magleby. He came up, he had seen that. That's the third time the Wasps have ran that play. He read it, came up, and made a tackle very quickly.
It's going to be a gain of 1 yard on the play, so it makes it third down and about 1.5 feet is all. Half a yard for Juab. 6:37 to go in the third quarter. They lead at 36-0.
Riker Osborne has to run all the way over the sideline, gets the play, hustles back in and calls it. Now they sprint to the line.
Osborne goes under center. Nilsson in the backfield. You have 2 receivers to each side, and he's telling the left side receiver, Caleb Allred, to split wider. Now Allred comes in tight instead. Going to fake the handoff. Now going to keep it himself. Roll to the outside, being pursued. Able to get rid of it, and it was dropped. Nilsson had it, and he just goes down and punches the grass because he knew he should have reeled that one in and had a few more yards to gain if he would have.
Yeah, and Riker Osborne threw that with a Richfield defender hanging all over him. Threw a good pass right there, and Nilsson just unable to bring that one in.
6:09 to go in the third quarter. 36-0. Juab leading Richfield. Second-ranked Juab according to our Mid-Utah Radio High School football rankings. Osborne under center, takes a snap. He's going to hand it off to Bowering. Bowering bounces to the outside, and he is gone. Touchdown, Peyton Bowering. And he's going to carry that one in on 4th and 1.5 yards, or half a yard. He goes 22 yards to the house.
Yeah, and just great hole once again, and that was a quick hitter. And once Peyton gets into that open field, he is quick. Slides down that sideline, gets one-on-one with a corner, and the corner really didn't have a chance as he was getting blocked and tried to come off it to make the tackle.
So now Walker Ludlow on to kick the extra point for Juab. They lead up 42-0. Ludlow again has been perfect on the night. There was just the one bad snap, and they were able to get 2 points out of it. Snap is good, and they're going to blow this one dead. The near sideline. The Richfield players trying to jump that snap, trying to get a block on these PATs. And that's what it's going to be, offsides on Richfield.
And they just tried to time that snap count just a little too much right there, unable to get across.
He was close last time on that far side of the field. This time came across a little too early. See if they're still going to just plan on kicking the PAT, and it looks like that will be the case for Juab. 5:50 to go again in the third quarter. They lead up 42-0 over Richfield.
Alex White, the holder, here for Juab, a backup running back for the Wasps. And looked like Richfield jumped again.
And again, they do blow it dead. He did make the kick. But it is going to be, again, encroachment on Richfield.
And you've got to be careful. You can't get him too close here. Juab wants to kick this, but if you get him too close, they're going to be forced to go for 2.
Yeah, they are. And at this point, you're about a foot away from the goal line.
Looks like Coach Bowering's going to leave the kicking team on. Oh,
they're just going to decline it, and they'll take the.
Well, they're going to have to run the play.
Yeah, they have to run the play. They like the spot where they're at. Don't want to get too closer. And here's the snap. It's good. Hold is down. Kick is up. And this time Richfield did not jump, so the kick is good. And with 5:50 to go in the third quarter, it is Juab 43 and Richfield 0. We'll take a 60-second break across the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and simulcast on CentraCom Channel 10.
Mountain Land Supply of Richfield is the Central Utah leader in plumbing, waterworks, turf, and ag irrigation. Mountain Land Supply features an entire line of Rainbird sprinklers and systems for your yard or commercial property and backs it up with an extremely knowledgeable staff that cares about the local community because they live here. Visit them at 2104 South Red Hills Drive in Richfield or call for a showroom appointment 435-896-9606. Mountain Land Supply is proud to sponsor high school sports and wishes the teams, coaches, and players success.
New Holland's T7 Series tractors from Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora deliver more power but lower your operating costs. Talk about a great combination. These 100 to 195 PTO horsepower tractors feature engines with EcoBlue SCR engine technology. They breathe better for more complete combustion and deliver cleaner power, increased torque, and enhanced fuel economy. Stop by Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora and learn more about the T7 Series tractors from New Holland.
And we're back here at Juab High School, bringing it back on the kickoff return for Juab is Magleby. He went right, now cuts back to the left, and he's trying to get around the edge. It's a foot race as he gets across midfield, and he'll be driven out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Great kick return from Jensen Magleby for the Wildcats.
And that's the second time that Nolan Nilsson's had to run down Magleby in order to make a touchdown-saving tackle. As he did a good job. He bounced it. He started out right, bounced it to the left, and then just outran everybody until Nilsson could run him down.
So Richfield takes over with 5:37 to go in the third quarter, and they will start with their best field position of the day. First time they've been in Juab territory to start with on their drive. 45-yard line is where they're at. And again, Matthew Griffin is in at quarterback for the Wildcats after Emmett Hafen went down with an injury right at the end of the first half. Griffin will take the snap, drop the pass, look to his right, step up in the pocket, throw down the field, and overthrows the intended target. That was Jackson Thalman, but a flag comes in. And that one looked like it was uncatchable.
Yeah, I think they're going to call pass interference here. It looked like pretty good coverage right there. Both players wanted to go get that ball. Neither one of them was 20 feet tall and had a chance to go get it anyway. But it looks like they're going to get a pass interference call against the Wasp here.
Yes, they are. So that obviously is beneficial for the Wildcats. And again, to me, the pass looked uncatchable. Yeah. Therefore, if there was any contact, probably should have made it moot.
Yeah, and it actually did look like just really good coverage right there. So but the officials much better have a look. You never can see if you've got a hand on the back of a jersey holding it or whatever right there. So, and they may have had that look.
So a 15-yard gain on the penalty. That makes it 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line for the Wildcats. And Griffin, shotgun formation, Jerome to his left. He'll take the snap, gonna go with the option pitch out to Jerome, and Jerome has nowhere to go as he's hitting the backfield. Tice Osler with the tackle for Juab. And it's all the way back to about the 38-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 yards on the carry.
Wow, and Tice Osler has just had a well of a football game tonight, both offensively and defensively. A couple of picks and now a tackle for a loss right there, or a pick and then a tackle for a loss. Just been all over the field. Good job by Tice.
So 2nd down and 18 now for Richfield from the 38-yard line. 4:19 to go in the third quarter. They trail 43-0 to Juab. 2 receivers to each side. Griffin, shotgun formation. He'll take the snap, drop the pass, now roll to his right, being pursued, and he's just going to go to the ground as literally five Wasps stand over the top of him.
Wow, and there is just no time right now for these Wildcat quarterbacks. They try to plant their feet, and instantly they're on the run right there. And I think, Richfield's had some success when they've got quarterbacks out of the pocket and tried to get away, because all that pressure is coming from the middle of that Wasp defense. So if you can get somebody to the outside and try to make a play there.
Going to be another 8-yard loss. That'll make it now 3rd down and 26 for the Wildcats. They've got to get all the way down to the 20. The ball spotted on the 46-yard line. Spencer Applegarth, by the way, for North Sanpete just scores on a 50-yard run. First play of the second half in Delta. North Sanpete leads the Rabbits now 35-14.
Looks like the Hawks woke up there.
And the flag will come in from the back judge before they can get the snap off. Looks like is it a delay of game that came in?
Yeah, I think that's what he signaled was a delay of game. So that's going to back the Wildcats up another 5.
They don't need any more.
No, they're going the wrong direction right now.
So that puts them into their own territory on their own 49-yard line after starting on the Juab 45 and getting 15 yards on a pass interference penalty. And now it is going to be 3rd down and 31. Officials getting back to their positions. Griffin will be shotgun formation. He's got Jerome to his left, Magleby to his right, one receiver to each side. He'll take the snap and give the handoff to Magleby, trying to get around the end, and he throws with the halfback pass, has a man wide open in Wagner. That's caught at the 15, 10, 5 is where he's going to be dropped down, and it's going to be a touchdown-saving tackle by Colton Wright, but he had Wagner open, and Jensen Magleby connects.
Yeah, that time Colton Wright got sucked up on that sweep look, and that's a play right out of Juab's playbook right there. Didn't see that one coming. Did a great job to try and recover and to save the touchdown, but now the Juab defense will really have to go to work to try to make a stop here.
48-yard gain on the halfback pass, and it's 1st and goal from the 3-yard line now for Richfield. Got one receiver wide to each side. Magleby and Jerome both in the backfield, one to each side of Griffin. Griffin takes a snap, gives the handoff to Magleby. He'll cut up the middle, touchdown Wildcats, and Richfield is on the board.
Yeah, Magleby, good run right there as he took that from the fullback spot. Looked like he wanted to bounce it off the right side. Saw a little seam right there in the Juab defense, bounced it up and went in very cleanly into the end zone.
So the Wildcats get on the board for the first time tonight. That makes the score now 43-6 with 2:38 to go in the 3rd quarter. Jensen Magleby carries that one in after completing a pass down the field for 48 yards. He ends up running it in for 3 yards for the touchdown. Now on to kick the extra point is Colton Terry for the Wildcats. Snap is good, hold is down, kick is up and off the post. Off the post for Colton Terry, so no good. So with 2:19 to go in the 3rd quarter, it is Juab 43, Richfield 6. We'll take a 60-second break.
You know that Sevier Valley Medical Center provides our communities with high-quality care through advanced technology with the hometown touch. What you may not know about are the wide variety of services that we provide, allowing you to stay close to home. Our on-site specialty services include orthopedics, ENT, general surgery, podiatry, and internal medicine, all available full-time, allowing you to utilize them when it's convenient for you, not just a few days each month. That's Intermountain Sevier Valley Medical Center, healing for life.
Azomite Mineral Products in Nephi is using a unique deposit to create fertilizers and as a feed ingredient for customers all over the world. Their Feed Grit product, used as a feed ingredient for livestock, is gaining popularity because research has indicated its potential to improve overall animal health. Azomite can be found at your IFA Country Store, Steve Regan stores, or on their website at azomite.com. For more information, visit them on Facebook, Twitter, or the web. Azomite is excited to be part of the Nephi community and supports Juab High School athletics.
And welcome back here to Juab High School. 2:19 to go in the 3rd quarter. It's 43-6. Juab with the lead over Richfield. Colton Terry ready to kick it away for the Wildcats. And the kick is up, back to receive. It's going to be Bowering who calls for it. He takes it at about the 10-yard line, cuts back to the left on the fake reverse handoff, and he's got a wall to run with. He's going to be knocked down at about the 30-yard line, though, is Bowering. So a good 20-yard return on the kickoff for the Wasps.
Yeah, so to fake that reverse, and Juab does that almost every time on every kickoff. Sometimes they give it up on the reverse, sometimes they don't. This time Peyton Bowering bounces it to the outside.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line for the Wasps. 2:05 to go in the 3rd quarter. They lead up 43-6. Osborne will be the quarterback still for Juab. At least finish out this 3rd quarter, probably play a little in the 4th. As the Wasps break the huddle, they're going to go 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Two backs in the backfield. Osborne will be under center. Going to take the snap and hand off right up the gut, and a big 8, 9, 10-yard run before he's going to be brought down. It looks like he's going to get across the 40-yard line for a first down. And on the carry there for Juab, I didn't catch the number on that one. I believe it was a lineman number. I think that was Nick Wolforth on the carry.
Yeah, I think so. Nick Wolforth gets his carries. He comes from his offensive line and defensive line position to get that carry.
And he picks up 11 yards for a first down. Now it's going to be Owens in the backfield. Osborne under center, two receivers to each side. He'll take the snap, hand off to Owens right up the gut. Owens gets hit, and he's going to be driven back for a loss of 1, back to the 40-yard line.
And that time, nothing opened up there. Good job by the Richfield front 4 right there, as they are front 7, actually, as the linebackers came up, got involved. Did a good job of shutting that play down.
Under a minute left in the third quarter, 43-6 Juab. It is 2nd and 11 now for the Wasps from their own 40-yard line. Going to have two receivers to the right, two receivers to the left. Back in the backfield is Owens. Osborne under center. He'll take the snap, fake the handoff to Owens, and he's going to give it up to the outside to Saez. Saez has some room to run, and he cuts back left, and he's going to pick up a first down before getting hit hard and driven out of bounds. He's going to go out of bounds at the Richfield 46-yard line, though, and that'll be a gain of 14 on the carry.
Yeah, and a first down there for the Wasps, and they'll keep this drive alive. That's my guess that would be the last. That may be the last. Maybe one more play before the third quarter expires.
Yeah, as we're down to about 25 seconds left, Osborne goes under center. Owens in the backfield. He drops the pass, throws out to the outside, and off the hands of the intended target. The receiver there was Cash Lynn, unable to haul it in. Clock, I believe, should still be running with the 35-point rule still in effect, but they did stop it there with 16 seconds left.
And maybe they just stop it while they place the ball and see if he winds it now. He does.
And there we go. So 15 seconds left on the clock. We'll see if Juab's going to try to get one more off. Down to about 8 seconds left. Osborne taking his time to come under center. Looks like he is going to try to make one more play. He takes a snap, going to hand it off to Owens. Owens gets drilled in the backfield. A big hit from the Richfield defensive lineman. I believe that was Joe Stewart making the hit there.
Yeah, and Owens had nowhere to go as he just got right up in there, and there comes Stewart and puts a big hit on him right there. And very, very small gain.
As we made the end of the third quarter, 43-6 is the score. Juab leads Richfield. We'll take a 60-second break across the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and simulcast on CentraCom Channel 10.
Nephi Federal Credit Union in Nephi offers convenient service and a variety of financial services. They're your hometown credit union that's been serving local residents for over 63 years, longer than any other financial institution in Nephi. The staff invites you to check out their incredible rates on a variety of loans and savings accounts. Nephi Federal Credit Union, 155 North Main in Nephi. Call 623-1895. That's 623-1895. Nephi Federal Credit Union, proud supporter of the Wasps this season.
For integrity, honesty, and technical expertise, think of Jones & DeMille Engineering. With offices in Richfield, Roosevelt, Price, and Manti, they're committed to servicing their clients with civil and structural engineering, construction management, surveys and GIS mapping, and material testing. They use state-of-the-art equipment to help you meet your budgets and deadlines. Visit jonesandemille.com or find them on Facebook. Since 1982, Jones & DeMille Engineering, your infrastructure professionals.
And we welcome you back here to Juab High School. It's going to be third down and about 8 yards for the Wasps from the Richfield 45-yard line. Osborne will be shotgun formation from midfield. He sends a man in motion. That's Carmona. Looks to pass to his left, throws down the field, and off the hands of the intended target. That was Nolan Nilsson, and he took a shot from the defensive back, Evan Jerome.
Yeah, Nilsson went up high to get that one. Just couldn't bring it in. Batted it around between his two hands right there. Very tough pass to catch right there. And then, as you mentioned, he kind of sacrificed right there and just took a huge shot and unable to bring it in.
So fourth down and a long 8 yards to go. Looks like the punt team coming on for Juab.
Now a switch as they send, I think, the offense back on.
Oh, yes, they did. They just changed some personnel there. So Riker Osborne making his way back onto the field with the play call.
Richfield still set up for the punt return. Now they bring up their deep man.
That's Magleby that was deep. Carmona again goes in motion, and it's going to be a fake handoff to him up the middle to Owens. Owens with a full head of steam. He's going to pick up the first down to the 35-yard line, just shy of the 35. That's going to be a gain of about 9 yards on the carry. Good enough for a first down.
Yeah, and the Wasps just run a pure dive right there to the fullback, and it works out well for them as it is good. Now the whole Wasp team will come off to the sideline, as it looks like it could be a wholesale substitution here on the offensive side of the ball for the Wasps. And if experience is going to tell me anything, this might result in a timeout. There it goes.
Yeah, timeout for the Wasps. You called it. 43-6 is the score. Juab with the lead over Richfield. 10:47 to go in the game. We'll take a 60-second break.
High-speed Wi-Fi. Not quite as important as running water in your home, but close. CentraCom powers your Wi-Fi network with consistent speeds to keep all your gadgets going strong. Streaming video players, laptops, tablets, even smartphones, so you're never stuck with those big cell data charges. And talk about value. Just pick your speed and keep the Wi-Fi flowing in your home at a great low price. Upgrade your internet today. Call or visit CentraCom.com to learn more.
Riverstone Contractors is your plumbing source for Sevier County. Riverstone can fix leaking pipes, replace water heaters, fix and replace faucets, disposals, water softeners, and toilets, along with tubs, showers, and grab bars for your bathroom. Riverstone does plumbing for new construction and remodels. They also take care of your heating and air conditioning needs with central air, swamp coolers, gas furnaces, and sheet metal ducts. For the best plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service, call Riverstone Contractors at 435-896-6264. That's 896-6264. As we come back to Juab High School, first play as we came back from the timeout was a handoff to Alex White. He's going to pick up about 6 yards on the carry down to the 31-yard line. We'll call it a 5-yard gain, it looks like, for White. Quarterbacking Juab now is the sophomore Joey Agard.
Joey is the JV team's quarterback, does a great job. Also will play some fullback, so very well-rounded athlete.
Can have a receiver split wide to each side, one back in the backfield. Agard sends a man in motion, takes a snap, ball comes loose, and the Richfield defensive line just piles on top of it. Richfield saying they recovered the ball. Let's see, once they dig to the bottom of the pile, let's see who has it. And it is going to be Richfield football. So fumble by the Wasps, and Richfield takes over.
Yeah, and that drive in. Sometimes you get that. You get some players in there a little bit out of position and just not set yet, and that one just slips through, and Richfield very alertly jumps on that, and will have a chance to close the gap.
So Richfield football on their own 33-yard line is where they'll take over with 9:43 to go in the game, trailing 43-6. Again, with the 35-point rule in effect, we are in the running clock right now, so the clock only stops for timeouts, change of possession, scoring plays. Matthew Griffin still in at quarterback for Richfield. They have made some changes, though, with the rest of their personnel, it looks like. With Jerome and Magleby, though, still back in the backfield with Griffin. He'll take the snap, ride the handoff of the gut, and give it up to Jerome. Jerome going to pick up about 4 or 5 yards on the carry, across the 35 out to the 37-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 yards for Evan Jerome.
We've got a stoppage of play here. They will stop the clock, and
it's official calling an official's timeout. Looks like maybe no, there is a player down. We couldn't see him because of where the Juab players were standing. There is a Richfield player down on the field on the far side. So an official's timeout, injury timeout here. Once we get a number, we'll relay that to you. But in the meantime, let's take a 30-second break with 8:54 to go in the game. It's 43-6, Juab leading Richfield, but a Richfield player down on the field.
Larson's Ace Hardware is your helpful place for satisfying lots of different appetites. Appetites for hardware, plumbing and building materials, paint, tools, electrical, housewares and small appliances, sporting goods including ammo, lawn and garden, toys and seasonal items, and well, hey, just stop by the store and check it out for yourself. Oh yeah, while you're in the store, satisfy the biggest hunger of all, the grumbling in your tummy at Munchies. Check it out at Larson's Ace Hardware, the helpful place in Richfield.
And as we come back to Juab High School, being helped off the field is Richfield running back Evan Jerome. as he had an individual, a coach under each arm helping him off the field. And so obviously a leg injury there for Jerome, hopefully not serious once again.
Yeah, that's what you always hope for.
2nd down and 6 now for Richfield. Griffin shotgun formation, or under center, takes a snap, pitches it to the outside to Magleby. Magleby trying to get around the end, gets across the 40 and breaks one tackle before being knocked out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. Nice run from Magleby, going to be a pickup of about 10 yards for a 1st down.
Yeah, and a host of Wasps in pursuit right there. Picked up a very good block there by the Richfield Wildcats wide receiver there to kind of give him the corner and let him go get that 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now for the Wildcats from the 48-yard line. As we get another score update for you, it is now 42-22. North San Pete leading Delta with 6:24 to go in the 3rd quarter there. So as we are with 8:24 to go in the 4th, that running clock, it's amazing how much quicker it makes these second halves go.
Yeah, they just scream through. We're not even to 9 o'clock yet.
Griffin takes a snap under center, quick sweep out to the outside. That's going to be to Luke, and he's going to get driven across midfield. They're going to spot him at the 48 or 49-yard line. We'll call it a gain of 3 on the carry for Jake Luke.
And brought down that time by the Juab Wasps, Andrew Cool, as he was out there to help bring it down along with with a host of Wasps.
2nd down and 7 now for Richfield. Griffin now shotgun formation, has Magleby to his right. Juab showing blitz. And there's a snap, and it goes right by Griffin, but they are going to throw the flag. I think Juab got across the line early.
Yeah, he did right there. Just jumped it just ahead early. That one's right at midfield, right in front of you and I, and you could see he came the once, showed it, backed out of it, then tried to time it, and he just got caught as he was a little early there.
So that'll give 5 yards for Richfield. They'll still be about 2 yards shy of getting a 1st down as the ball sits at the 44-yard line. So 2nd down and 2 for the Wildcats.
Host of new defenders in for the Juab Wasps. We'll try to get you their names and numbers as we can pick them up.
Griffin shotgun formation, a back to either side, Magleby and Luke. Luke nearly went early, but he's able to hand it off to Magleby. Magleby breaks a tackle, has a hole to run through, trying to get to the edge, and gets around one would-be tackler before being knocked out of bounds just shy of the 30-yard line. Jensen Magleby picking up some yards here in this 2nd half as he's going to be brought down at the 31. It'll be a 13-yard gain for Magleby.
Good run by Magleby right there as the Wasps run in 2 new linebackers, and that'll be Alex White and Max Gurney as they come in to take that linebacker spots for the Juab Wasps. Ty Osler will take a break, and probably a well-deserved break.
Yeah. 1st and 10 now for Richfield. Quick score update for you. This score update brought to you by Superior Valley Medical Center. Beaver leads Enterprise 35-7. Really thought that'd be a closer game down in Enterprise on the road for the Beavers.
Yeah, I thought so too. Kind of a surprise. You never know until these teams match up, and you don't always have enough games to really compare.
1st and 10 from the 31 now for Richfield. Griffin takes a snap. Going to be a design quarterback draw, and he's got nowhere to go as he gets maybe back to the line of scrimmage, though. Looks like he lost about a yard.
Yeah, and that's a play that Richfield does have in their playbook, and they run it very effectively. That time the Wasps were ready for that. Probably had picked that one up on film earlier in the week, and they sat on that one right there.
So 2nd down and 11. 6:23 to go in the game. 2 receivers to each side for the Wildcats. Jake Luke next to Griffin in the backfield. Griffin takes a snap, drops the pass, looks to his left, now steps up in the pocket, throws across the middle, and that's going to be knocked down. The intended target was Jackson Thalman. Knocked down, though, by the defensive back for the Wasps.
Yeah, Mason Mangelson just got inside of that route, and just as the ball hit the receiver's hands, he got a hand up, knocked that out. A great play there by Mason Mangelson.
So that'll make it now 3rd down and 11 for Richfield. As they look to their sideline, trying to get the play call in from the coaching staff. Griffin will be shotgun formation. He has Luke to his left, 2 receivers to each side. Down to 5:45 to go in the game. 43-6 Juab. Griffin takes a snap, rolls to his left, looking to pass, goes down the field, down the sideline, and over to the outstretched arms of Magleby, and 2 flags will come in. One back by the quarterback and one in the area of a pass interference.
Yeah, and that's going to be a roughing the passer, and then that was an obvious pass interference as the Juab defender reached out and grabbed the Richfield receiver there. So you're going to see 2 penalties. Not sure how they'll assess that, as the one on roughing the quarterback will be a personal foul. So you might get both assessed here, even though one's not a dead ball.
It's 3rd down and 11. 5:35 to go in the game, 43-6. Juab with the lead as they work on the penalties. There's the roughing the passer.
And they declined the
pass interference and take the roughing the passer personal foul.
It's going to be an automatic first down, and the Wildcats will keep the drive alive.
So with that penalty, that'll take the ball down inside the 20-yard line, down to about the 16 for Richfield. So 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. And they'll reset the clock and get it going. Griffin again, shotgun formation. Luke to his right in the backfield, 2 receivers to each side. Griffin takes a snap, going to give the handoff to Luke up the gut, and Luke just has nowhere to go. He might have picked up a yard as he got to the 15, but that's it.
Coming off the bottom of that pile for the Juab Wasps, we'll try to pick up that number, but it was one of those interior defensive linemen. It looked like number 63 for the Wasps, Talon Mangelson, or Trevor Spotton. It was probably Trevor Spotton to make that tackle right there, as he is the junior getting some time here in this ball game.
Under 5 to play now in the game, 43-6 Juab. Griffin again, shotgun formation. 2 receivers to each side. Again, Juab showing blitz. Hard count from Griffin, and he got his own team to jump.
Yeah, too long there. I think they were trying to see if the Wasps were going to come on that blitz, and they showed early, and then they backed out. I don't believe they were going to come.
Some good news for Richfield. Evan Jerome is back in the game for the Wildcats, as he came back in as a running back on that play. The offside penalty, though, or false start penalty, is going to march Richfield back 5 yards.
Reese Darrington makes an appearance in this ball game for the Juab Wasps as he wears number 4. And he'll come in at the outside linebacker on the near side.
So 2nd down and 14 now for Richfield. Again, the clock is running. We're down under 4.5 to go in the game. Griffin, shotgun formation. Magleby to his left, Jerome to his right. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He'll take the snap, hand off to Magleby up the middle with the lead blocker, and he gets tripped up as he crosses the line of scrimmage and won't quite make it back to the 15. Might have gotten down to the 16-yard line, which would be back to the original line of scrimmage. That's where it is after a 4-yard gain.
And he comes up a little slowly right now, but he's going to just try to walk that off and look to the sideline for the play.
So 3rd down and just over 10 yards. Another player for Richfield does limp off the field. Appears to be okay, but limping off the field for the Wildcats there is Austin Biggs. Griffin takes a snap, drops the pass, looks to his left, and going to the corner of the end zone and threw it, looking really in between 2 receivers there. And I'm not sure if he wasn't sure which one was running which route, but the ball undecisive there as which receiver it was intended for.
Yeah, and good coverage that time by Colton Wright and wearing number 15, Austin Elsmore. Austin Elsmore at one corner, Colton Wright at the other corner, and it was pretty good coverage right there, and that ball just had to kind of go between both of them.
And it's going to be a timeout called by the Wildcats with 4th down. So with 3:25 to go in the game, we'll take a 60-second break with Juab leading Richfield 43-6.
New car, used car, Delta, Nephi. There's just one name you need to remember, Drew Bay. That's Drew Bay Chevrolet in Delta and Drew Bay Used Cars in Nephi. You'll feel good at the end of the day when you do business with Drew Bay. Drew Bay stands for world-class service with a hometown feeling. That's Drew Bay Chevrolet in Delta and Drew Bay Used Cars in Nephi. Make it a day to remember. Start your day at drewbaychevrolet.com.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking in Salina has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking's Big Blue trucks are recognizable throughout the Intermountain West, hauling products that keep this country running. Barney Trucking is honored to be a part of Central Utah and supports our local schools and community. When you're out on the roads, remember to drive safely. Barney Trucking of Salina, proud to support the high school teams this season.
Takes a snap as we come out of the break, throws to the end zone, and Magleby there, and I think there's going to be no flags come out. Going to say that the defensive back was going for the ball as well. As he had Magleby, had he gotten a little bit further out there, Magleby might have been able to haul it in.
And Elsmore goes up and just bats that ball around. Good coverage by Elsmore. As now it looks like the Wasps will send in another offensive team. Counting players on the side, and they'll try to get them in on time without having to use another timeout.
3:05 to go in the game. 43-6 Juab. Quick score for you. Grand 62, North Severe 0 in the third quarter.
Tough day for the North Severe faithful.
2:48 to go in the game. 43-6 Juab. It's going to be, I believe that's Agard under center. Yes, it is. Agard takes a snap, going to hand it off to the tailback. And going to be a pickup of a couple of yards, maybe 1 yard on the carry.
Nowhere really to go right there. Is that front line and defense for the Richfield Wildcats stands tall.
I believe that was Ashton Whitlock on the carry for Juab. Looks like he only picked up about a foot. 2:18 to go now in the game. 43-6 Juab. Again, it's going to be Agard, Joey Agard in at quarterback for the Wasps, as they have second team and in some cases third team offense in right now. Two receivers to each side, Agard under center. He'll take the snap and drops it on the handoff, and it looks like Richfield came up with it.
Yeah, it looks like the Wildcats are going to get that.
Yes, they did. The handoff was meant there for... No, I'm not sure we have 44 on our roster. We do not. Meant for number 44, not on our roster. But either way, it's still Richfield football. So the Wildcats take over with 1:55 to go in the game. And they will take over on the Juab 14-yard line. Second time this half they've started in Juab territory.
So just not a very good drive there for the Wasps, as they've made these changes and have had some tough times keeping ball control here. Now the Wildcats with a chance to get some on the board before they get on the bus.
Minute and a half left. Griffin, shotgun formation. Magleby and Jerome to either side of him in the backfield. He'll take the snap, going to go with the option play, kick it out to Magleby. Magleby breaks one tackle in the backfield, dives forward, but he's still going to lose a yard, maybe two on the play. As looks like all he got back to was the 16, so a loss of 2 on the carry. Timeout for the Wildcats. They're going to try to have one more opportunity to punch this one in the end zone. We'll take a 60-second break. It's 43-6. Juab leading the Wildcats on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, simulcast on CentraCom Channel 10.
Every night's like family night at Jorgensen Bowling Center in Herb's Place. When you want the best burger in town, you'll find it at Herb's Place. Got a birthday or special event? You'll find the facilities at Jorgensen Bowling Center and Herb's Place. If you want arcade games, you'll find them at Jorgensen Bowling Center. If you want a light show and cosmic bowling, hey, you'll find it at Jorgensen Bowling Center. Your family deserves the best. Your family or event is special to Jorgensen Bowling Center and Herb's Place, 980 South Coveview Road, Richfield.
The folks at the Mount Nebo Market in Nephi strive hard to make your shopping experience pleasant and productive. With the new in-store pharmacy, you now have the option of dropping off your prescriptions and shopping their full-service store. There's their famous meat department featuring USDA choice beef. The deli has the best fried chicken around, and the fresh bakery cannot be beat. The produce department has a super variety of fresh fruits and vegetables. This all can be found at the Mount Nebo Market in Nephi, your hometown grocer.
And first play back from the break, an incomplete pass as Griffin, it looked like some miscommunication there. He threw it out to the flats and there was no receiver out there. So the pass falls incomplete. It makes it now 3rd down and 13, 3rd down and 12 or so for the Wildcats.
Yeah, just a little confusion, I think, on both teams right there.
Yeah.
Juab seemed to be a little bit confused defensively.
45 seconds to go in the game. Griffin, shotgun formation, trips to the left. Luke to his right. He'll take the snap, drop the pass, go towards the end zone, and throw it behind the intended target of Wagner, or over the head of the intended target Magleby. Both the receivers there. Either way, it falls in between them and incomplete.
And now mass substitutions here for the Wasps. I think they run the freshman team out there. And they're going to give them one snap as the Wildcats are going to take a timeout here. And I believe that's their last timeout of the half.
That will be their final timeout. So timeout by the Wildcats. This time we'll take just a 30-second break with Juab leading Richfield 43-6.
Hi, I'm Mark Huntsman, Senior Vice President of Sunrise Engineering. I would like to thank all of our loyal clients and employees who have contributed to the success of our company. Sunrise Engineering has been recently recognized nationally in the top 500 engineering firms and as a recipient of the National Client Satisfaction Award 5 years in a row. We are presently expanding at Sunrise and are looking to add engineers, surveyors, and other support staff. To join our team, visit our website or call Sunrise Engineering at 800-560-6151.
And we're back here at Juab High School. It's 4th down and about 12.5 yards for the Wildcats. They have the ball at the 16-yard line. Griffin, shotgun formation. 2 receivers to each side. He takes a snap, drops the pass, looks to the end zone, has a man wide open off the hands of Luke. He threw it just a bit behind him, and Luke couldn't quite reel it in. Griffin did take a shot, though, as he delivered the pass.
Yeah, and Luke got a running start on that as he went in motion forward. That was almost Canadian Football League right there. As he went in motion, and now as the ball comes in, the Wasp have left. I'm not sure we have a timeout. We're going to want, Ryan, it's Juab ball, so we may not even see a snap here. Yeah, we're not even going to see a snap.
With the running clock going. Turnover on downs, and Juab right now huddling near the sideline as there's just about 12 seconds left. They are going to send the team out there.
I don't think they're going to. They want to. This is the freshman team. They want to get a snap, but I don't think they're going to get it.
And they do get the snap in just to take the knee. There you go. The quarterback, freshman quarterback, gets his one snap in and takes the kney to end the game. Here, Juab will get the win.
Freshman quarterback lives at my house. So
he lives at your house. There
so
you go.
I'm going to be able to hear about that one.
All right, 43-6 is the final here. Richfield will fall on the road, and Juab and the Wasps win their homecoming game dominantly over the Wildcats tonight. Before we take the break and come back with the Sunrise Engineering post-game show, your quick thoughts on the game, Cam.
Well, you know, I don't know that it's a surprise. I think Juab has kind of proven that they were the more dominant team coming into this ball game, and I think, you know, I think both teams may have learned something about themselves. I think what you worry about coming out of this are injuries on both sides, a quarterback injury and some other ding-ups on the Richfield side. You've got Stephen Orm, who got dinged up a little bit for the Juab Wasps, but it was a fun game to watch. Score may not have been as competitive as we thought, but it was a very entertaining game to watch.
So 43-6 is your final. Juab with the win over Richfield. We'll take a 3-minute break and come back with the Sunrise Engineering postgame show.
Dale Whitlock of Security Insurance continues to be the type of insurance agent that makes a difference to your family by offering United Insurance. Because United Insurance is based in Utah, they understand the risks, weather, and conditions that you experience. This is why they can offer superior coverage for your greatest investments. Give Dale a call at 435-623-2590 and ask about United Underwriters Insurance. If you've had a little bit of bad luck with prior insurance, or even if you don't have insurance now, give them a try. 435-623-2590.
Hi, I'm Mark Huntsman, Senior Vice President of Sunrise Engineering. I would like to thank all of our loyal clients and employees who have contributed to the success of our company. Sunrise Engineering has been recently recognized nationally in the top 500 engineering firms and as a recipient of the National Client Satisfaction Award 5 years in a row. We are presently expanding at Sunrise and are looking to add engineers, surveyors, and other support staff. To join our team, visit our website or call Sunrise Engineering at 800-560-6151.
AmeriGas Propane is America's #1 propane supplier. Why? Because AmeriGas Propane of Central Utah is the most reliable, safest, and responsive propane service. Your AmeriGas drivers go the extra mile to offer service you can rely on. AmeriGas Propane of Richfield features a local staff that serves you 24/7. Don't put a price on your family safety. Call today, 435-896-5071, 896-5071. It's never too late to save on propane. Lock in your price and ask about their monthly payment program. Go to AmeriGas.com.
All Around Dental Care, located next to Mount Nebo Market in Nephi, can help perfect your smile by keeping it healthy. All Around Dental Care offers free initial exams and x-rays, braces as low as $98 a month, free ortho consultations, and convenient appointment times. Doctors Justin Hilmo and Todd Lee accept all insurances and even offer an in-house discount plan. And right now they're offering a cleaning for just $45. Just mention the Wasp Sports Special when you stop in. All Around Dental Care, everything to do with smiles. Call 623-0866.
DP Curtis Trucking is a family-oriented business that works hard to get their drivers home on the weekend. DP Curtis is hiring reliable drivers with starting wage at 40 cents per mile, going to 42 cents after 90 days. Additional pay for tarps, drops, picks, and additional trailers. Employment options include insurance, 401k, paid vacation, and bonuses, and more. If you'd like to join the DP Curtis family, call for details, 435-893-2886. That's 893-2886, or click dpcurtis.com.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is proud to bring you this presentation. IPSC is a community-minded company that contributes to our local schools, community organizations, and economy. The Intermountain Power Project consistently ranks among the best of America's coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. Intermountain Power Service Corporation strives for perfection and is honored to be actively involved with Delta, Millard, and Juab High Schools.
And we welcome you back here to Juab High School. This is the Sunrise Engineering postgame show. Check them out online at sunrise-eng.com. And as we take a look at the postgame show with the drive charts first off in the second half for Richfield. And this drive chart is going to be brought to you by Sevier Valley Medical Center as Juab gets the win 43-6 over Richfield. Just 4 drives in the second half for the Wildcats. They got the ball at 10:43 in the third quarter on their own 15-yard line, and on the fourth play it was an interception, and so they turned it over on their first drive. They got the ball back with 5:37 left in the third quarter on the Juab 45-yard line, and this time after a 48-yard halfback pass from Jensen Magleby to Sebastian Wagner. Magleby then ran it in 3 yards for the touchdown, the only touchdown of the game for Richfield. The PAT off the post, no good, so just 6 points for the Wildcats. They got the ball back with 9:43 to go in the fourth quarter on their own 33-yard line, and it was an 11-play drive that resulted in a turnover on downs into Juab territory. But the Wildcats got it back once again with 1:55 to go in the fourth quarter, and this one on the Juab 14-yard line, and again they turn it over on downs after a 4-play drive, 3 straight incomplete passes. So there's your drive charts for the Richfield Wildcats. For the Juab second half drive chart, brought to you by Nebo Levitt Insurance. Here's Cam Wright.
Juab started the second half by receiving the kickoff, so their first drive started at the 11:52 mark in the third quarter. It started on the Richfield High School 44-yard line. It ended in a 8-yard touchdown run by Peyton Bowering with 10:51 left in the third, so a very quick 5-play drive there by the Wasps. The second drive starts at 8:13 in the third quarter on their own 31. It's a 4-play drive that ends with a Peyton Bowering 21-yard run for the touchdown. The next drive comes at the 2:07 mark in the third quarter. This time 9 plays and ends in a fumble. And at this point, Juab had started to sub offensive players in and out right there. It ends in a fumble. Their next drive ends in a fumble as well, as that starts late. And then with just seconds on the clock, the freshman team runs out, and on the last drive takes just a knee to end the ball game.
So there's your drive charts. We will take a break and come back with our final stats for the game for both Juab and Richfield. Also, we need to announce our players of the game as well. We'll be announcing for Juab, a Mount Nebo Market player of the game, and for Richfield, a Elsinore Dairy Queen Special Teams player of the game, a Jorgensen Lanes and Herbst Place offensive player of the game, and the Salina Carls Jr. defensive player of the game. So that'll be coming up in our next segment here inside the postgame show, presented by Sunrise Engineering. Once again, sunrise-eng.com.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
At Zions Bank, they haven't forgotten who keeps them in business. It's you. While Zions Bank has offices in 10 western states, you are still number one. From checking and savings to business and personal loans, Zions Bank now offers its customers online banking services. Zions Bank is a leader in providing electronic banking services. If you haven't seen what Zions Bank has to offer you, stop in today. Zions Bank in Richfield, 55 West, 100 North, behind the post office.
Mountain Land Supply of Richfield is the Central Utah leader in plumbing, waterworks, turf, and ag irrigation. Mountain Land Supply features an entire line of Rainbird sprinklers and systems for your yard or commercial property and backs it up with an extremely knowledgeable staff that cares about the local community because they live here. Visit them at 2104 South Red Hills Drive in Richfield or call for a showroom appointment 435-896-9606. Mountain Land Supply is proud to sponsor high school sports and wishes the teams, coaches, and players success.
New Holland's T7 Series tractors from Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora deliver more power but lower your operating costs. Talk about a great combination. These 100 to 195 PTO horsepower tractors feature engines with EcoBlue SCR engine technology. They breathe better for more complete combustion and deliver cleaner power, increased torque, and enhanced fuel economy. Stop by Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora and learn more about the T7 Series tractors from New Holland.
And we welcome you back here to the Sunrise Engineering postgame show, once again presented by Sunrise Engineering, serving clients in Utah, Idaho, Wyoming, and Arizona for over 30 years. Let's go over our postgame stats now, and we'll start off with the stats for the Richfield Wildcats. These stats brought to you by Dairy Queen in Elsinore. And rushing for the game, I should say, we'll just give you the final game stats. Evan Jerome finishes with 8 carries and just 5 yards in the game. And Matthew Griffin, who came in at quarterback in the second half, he finishes with 3 carries for negative 17 yards. Jensen Magleby has 7 carries in the game for 22 yards and a touchdown. Jake Luke had 3 carries for 18 yards. And also for Richfield, McKay Lewis had 1 carry for 2 yards in the game. They finished as a team with negative 3 yards rushing. As also the quarterback in the first half, Emmett Hafen, 10 carries for minus 33 yards and 3 fumbles. Passing-wise, for the game, Hafen was 4 for 9 passing for 93 yards and an interception in the first half. Griffin, who came in the second half, was 0 for 5 passing, but the halfback pass from Jensen Magleby to Sebastian Wagner was good in the second half, so Magleby 1 for 1 for 48 yards. And receiving-wise, Wagner had 2 catches for 63 yards. Magleby had 2 catches for 63 yards, and Lewis had 1 catch for 16 yards in the game, as Richfield finishes the game with 138 yards and obviously 141 passing, but negative 3 yards rushing.
Right, so that will really set you back. For the Juab Wasps in the second half had 128 yards rushing. Of course, the long was 22 yards by Peyton Bowering. That resulted in his first touchdown, his second touchdown of the half. Second half, not much passing out of the Wasp as Riker Osborne 2 for 6 for 18 yards. Total passing for the game for the Juab Wasp, 143 yards, and for the rushing side of the ball, 281 yards. The Juab Wasps go ahead and get 424 yards of total offense tonight. And you can just look at that total offense and see the difference in this ball game.
Yeah, nearly 300 yards more of offensive yards for the Wasps in this game. And it's time now to announce our players of the game. Let's start off with the team that came out on top, the Mount Nebo Market player of the game. By the way, the Mount Nebo Market, their produce department has a superb variety of fresh fruits and vegetables. Why go anywhere else?
And I think today you go with Ty Sossler. Ty Sossler with just a great ball game on both sides of the ball. Had an interception early that kind of set the tone, and then if we remember, had a great catch along the sideline here on the near sideline where he's able to keep both feet inbounds right there. Made several tackles, 1 tackle for loss. So a great all-around game for Ty Sossler, and he will be our Mount Nebo Market player of the game.
All right, there you go for Juab. And now for Richfield, we actually have 3 players that will get awards as 3 different sponsors help sponsor the players of the game for the Wildcats. First off, the Jorgensen Lanes and Herbst Place overall player of the game. We focus mainly on the offensive side of the ball. Jorgensen Lanes, by the way, they are excited to sponsor the Richfield Wildcat player of the game. Bowling fun for the entire family. And that player of the game, it's got to go to Jensen Magleby. He was the catalyst when they needed it most. He was able to score that one touchdown. Also made some good plays defensively.
Yeah, and really just kind of the lone bright spot out there at times for this Richfield offense, and just does a good job. He was quiet in the first half and then really woke up and got things going on the second half.
And then for our defensive player of the game, this one we had a couple of different ones. Austin Biggley had some nice plays in the first half as a defensive lineman for Richfield. But we ended up going with the guy that got the interception against Riker Osborne for Juab, and that was Matthew Griffin, the defensive player of the game, brought to you by the Salina Carls Jr. And then the special teams player of the game, and this one goes to Evan Jerome. He had quite a few good kick returns, about 20-25 yards on a couple of those kick returns.
Yeah, and really set up Richfield with good field position to start their drives right there. They weren't able to get them going from there, but he did his part and set the team up in good field position.
So there you go. There's your players of the game. For Juab, the Mount Nebo Market player of the game is Tice Osler. For Richfield, special teams, Evan Jerome. Defensive is Matthew Griffin, and offensive is Jensen Magleby. And they'll each receive their lunch or dessert when it comes to Dairy Queen.
Yeah, exactly. And high school kids, they'll always want to eat.
They'll eat anything.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
They'll eat whatever it is.
Yeah.
So there you go. There's your players of the game here inside the Sunrise Engineering post-game show. Get some quick score updates for you before we wrap things up here from Juab High School. North Sanpete just scored. They lead it now 56-30 over Delta with 9:42 to go in that one at Delta High School. Enterprise just got on the board once again. That one now 35-13. Beaver leading the Wolves on the road in that one. That's about the last few score updates we've had, really. Grand does lead North Sevier 62-0. That's the last score we saw on that one. That was in the third quarter. So not a lot of score updates. I'm not sure if you have received any more than me.
No, mine are not updating either at this time. So.
All right. Last score we had, by the way, for North Summit Gunnison was 21-0 for North Summit at the half. And that one did go into a delay for a while because the lights went out. But they did get resumed and back playing. So there's your score updates for you throughout the day. Once again, we want to remind you that if you have an athlete or know of an athlete that had a great week, whether it was in this week's football game or volleyball, soccer, cross-country, golf, whatever it was, you can nominate them for our Mid-Utah Radio Athlete of the Week, sponsored right here on Eagle 94.5 by Security National Mortgage Company. And the Athlete of the Week, to nominate them, just send an email to sports@midutahradio.com. Let us know who the player is, the school they play for, and any stats you might know from the previous week. You don't need to know stats, but if you do, that, of course, is always helpful. But help us recognize the great athletes and student athletes we have throughout Central Utah by nominating them for our Mid-Utah Radio Athlete of the Week. Once again, send the email to sports@midutahradio.com this weekend. And tomorrow morning on our sister station, KSVC 980 AM and 100.5 FM, is the Saturday morning quarterback from 8 to 9. I'll be hosting that tomorrow to give you a recap of what happened tonight throughout high school football. That's going to do it for myself. Cam, any closing thoughts?
No, just, a very enjoyable game to watch. Probably not as competitive as we thought it'd be, but a lot of big plays and a lot of fun to watch.
All right, so for Cam Wright, I'm Robert Lovell. Thanks for listening and watching. Listening on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and watching on CentraCom Channel 10.
You've been listening to exciting high school football action on South Central Utah's sports leaders, Mid-Utah Radio and CentraCom Channel 10. This sports broadcast has been brought to you by sports-minded sponsors throughout South Central Utah. Join us next time for more exciting high school football action on CentraCom Channel 10 and Mid-Utah Radio.